What's the deal with this tournament? Levy's only played 3 games. Yeah, because Levy is a replacement player, so he's only playing these games. I assume we'll get a real game, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. 87-4. Wow. Craziness. Okay. All right. Is he replacing Chris for you? He's replacing a player. I don't know which. Or he's replacing Fry Mandy, so that's who he's replacing. So let's see. See what Justus does here. Waiting for a move. I assume we'll get E5. I'd guess. How do you know what to invest in? Because it seems like every time I invest in something, stocks just tank right away. I mean, it's mostly like, I'm going to be honest, it's about tech. Tech is the only sector that actually matters in the current world. It's like the only sector that matters. It's all about innovation. Brewington already drew his game. Okay, let's hope we don't get a really fast draw on Levy's game, but we could. I mean, for Levy, I'm sure he'd be happy to make a quick draw because, again, for Levy, it's just gravy. It's just an extra like half a point or 1 point if he draws. XLK or XLF has been doing very well too, I assume. Like JP Morgan and JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs just went completely insane. Yeah, but yeah, I would say what I say to most people: just buy a couple of index funds. Like I could literally tell you everything. Like my retirement portfolio is in 5 stocks or 5 ETFs, and that's it. Very simple. It's in 5 ETFs. So let's see. I mean, I literally my retirement portfolio is literally IVV, QQQ, XLF, XLK, XLV. That's it. Nothing else. That's it. Okay. No moves yet in Justus' game. Let's see what we're gonna get. No moves? What's going on? Okay, now we get some moves. Okay, let's go. Hi from Morocco. Nice to meet you. Awesome. Okay. C4 knight f6 played. Let's see what Levy does here. Probably knight c3 is my guess. Falcon 9 in 9 minutes. Oh, awesome. I could put that in a small screen up in the corner if you guys want it. Okay, let's see what we get. Levy spilled water on the table. Oh no. What do you're joking, right? Falcon 9. Okay, let me see. Let me find it. Let me find it on YouTube. I'll put it up in a corner just so we can have it. Falcon 9. Yeah. Mute tab. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Let me go back. Let me close the image plus Windows capture. Falcon 9. 1 second. I'll set up more correctly once we get more moves. Okay, I'm making it perfect size. There we go. All right. There we go. Wait. Okay, there we go. All right. Make sure the quality's good. Quality. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. All right. Well, let me go for the win. I don't know. It's wait, no, it's 59 minutes, you guys. It's 59 minutes. You said it was soon. It's 59 minutes. Wait, it's 59 minutes. Oh, it's not anytime soon. Okay, why is Levy thinking so long here, by the way, on move 2? That's not live? Oh. Let me refresh. It's not live? Wait, what? Is this the right one? Oh, this is the right one. Okay, there we go. This is the right one. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is the right one. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, 5 minutes to launch. Yeah. We count down together. What do we have? 5:23. I'll unmute it. Stop the music. Yeah. Volume's at max.
Thank you, Tim H, for a $5 super chat. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, come on. I don't want to hear this. Okay, let me put the music back on. I'll unmute it when they're literally right there. Okay, C496 Knights are played by Levy. I don't know why the players are so slow at the moment, but anyway. Yeah. They're launching a rocket with 24 Starlink satellites. I mean, I wish I owned shares in SpaceX. Back when I was a poor kid, there was someone who my brother knew who actually worked at SpaceX, who I think was trying to sell some shares, but of course I had no money. I couldn't do anything, and whatever. What to do? I wish I had. I wish I could have, but that's life. I don't think SpaceX is ever going to go public, by the way. I don't think SpaceX will ever be a public company. Because they don't need financing either. They don't need financing. Am I watching the launch so you can sell if the 1% chance a crash happens? No. Okay, we might get a King's Indian here. Justus Williams is happy to fight. This could be an exciting game. We could get a King's Indian, everybody. Anyway. All right. Why do I play the King's Indian? Because it's a very volatile opening. 3 minutes to go. I should play against Elon Musk. I mean, why? I mean, first of all, I don't think you'd want to play against me. Secondly, I don't see the upside to it. I mean, of course I would. I mean, he was on the school chess team in Pretoria, which I think everybody knows, but still. On the space flight now, no unnecessary commenting. Okay, let me you said what's it called? Space flight now. Okay, space flight now. Okay. You said 4 angles. What do you mean? You said 4. Is this the one? This is the one you mean. Yeah, okay, there you go. This is the one you mean. Now I'll stop the music, yeah. Okay. There we go. The 4 angles. How many people are watching this, by the way? Okay, no, this one only 967. I don't know how many people are watching. I mean, Elon argued with Gary because Gary's just kind of probably wrong overall on the issue, but yeah. Let's see what we get. 2 minutes to go. Chess is a very easy game to play, but it's very hard to be good at it. I mean, I think I actually fundamentally agree with Elon when he says like he thinks chess is overvalued. He thinks chess is overvalued. Like the people put too much of a premium on like it makes you smarter, other things. And I generally agree with him on that. I think he's right. Get e4. Let's see if we get d6 here. We'll probably get d6, d4, bishop g7. We're gonna get a King's Indian, I think. Just make it full screen for the launch. I could. Okay, you want me to make it full screen for the launch? Fine. Okay, I'll do that. Let me put my cam down here. Okay, and then let me copy this. Control C. Okay, I'll put this second. Okay, just for a second, let's go here. Okay. I'll put my cam somewhere in the middle. That might even be worse, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't crash along the side with Bitcoin. Yes, exactly. No, we'll cover the game. This is just Falcon 9. Oh, it's nothing special? Is this like just a regular launch? I don't know. It's just a regular launch, or is it a special one? It's a special launch? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. So the Starship 6 is the big one next week. Okay, that's one we have to watch. Okay. And there we go. Blast off. There we go. Dogecoin graph be like, yeah. I would love to go into space, but I mean, it's like, on the other hand, people say that there's like that effect where you go into space and you feel like you feel confused, like you feel lost, like you just want to be back on planet Earth. Looks pretty normal, no? Yeah, I mean, at this point, I assume they have the whole process perfected, so I doubt anything bad can happen. Yeah. Yeah, it looks completely fine. Yeah, it looks completely fine. It's still pretty impressive, yeah. Yeah. GMHikaru title Tuesday aboard the ISS. Clever title. Hey, I mean, I saw Kai Cenat tweeted something. I mean, I'd love to be able to stream from outer space. I bet it's not that impossible. It's just that you can't interact with chat because you're probably delayed by by probably like 10 minutes or something. So that's actually reality, you guys. You see, that's how anti-cheat should work for chess tournaments. You just have to go to outer space and play because there's just an automatic built-in 10-minute delay between your stream and chat. So like that's how you prevent cheating. That's, I mean, very clearly how you prevent cheating. Everybody's just gotta go to outer space and there's an automatic delay. It's just very simple and straightforward. Straightforward, right? Very straightforward. Yeah. Not bad. All right, let's go back to the regular scene. Okay. Yeah, it's just pretty regular. Okay, it's just pretty regular. I'll put the music back on and away we go. Pretty regular. Okay, so we have a King's Indian being played in Levy's games. Here are 3 pawns a knight. Pretty standard. We'll see. Levy plays bishop e2, knight f3, f4, f3, h3, h4. Levy goes for the classic 4 pawns attack. Now, this is something that I literally studied before Levy was born. It's an aggressive approach, very aggressive approach. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I think there are better systems to play than the 4 pawns, but it's very aggressive. Yeah, it's the 4 pawns attack in the King's Indian. Bum ba da 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 dum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Aggressive is good. Yes, agreed. Aggressive is always a good thing, I would say. The good news is we're not going to get a quick draw, actually. That's the good thing. No quick draw. We're not going to get a quick draw. That much is clear. I bet he forgot the theory. I mean, I remember like in the late 90s, C5, there was a book that I read on the four pawns. It was written by, I think, Anatoly Levy'S, and it goes something like this. And I think it's E5, takes knight G4, bishop G5, queen B6, and it's a complete mess. This is like one line that I remember. There's so many lines. There's also bishop. This was also another line, like this one too. Same kind of thing. It's very, very messy. Very unclear what's going on. Levy will go knight F3, of course. Pretty standard so far. I actually wonder if Levy actually went to watch a recap. I wouldn't be shocked if he did. I mean, he should not have taken the draw. He had no risk whatsoever. I mean, it was a big mistake. It was a very big mistake to take the draw. I mean, I honestly think if he played on, he would have won the game. I think he wins that game. I think there's a very, very good chance, better than 50%, that he wins against that game against Ishuk. So I think it was a huge mistake. Yeah, we've got a big white center here with the four pawns. Big white center. So anyway. So anyway, okay, waiting for a move. Like I said, C5 was the main line. E5 was the other move that, like, I haven't studied this in many years, but I vaguely remember E5 takes D5, C5 was one of the lines I looked at. Not completely clear cut, but we'll get one of these pawn thrusts. I expect C5, to be honest. That's what I expect, but we'll see. Haha, he said thrust. Thrust. Okay. Thank you, you guys. But this game's going to be exciting. We're going to get a long game here, so this will be an exciting game. Bitcoin is over 88 now. Wow. C5 or E5. I mean, I think knight a6 is another line that's playable. Knight a6 is an old line that black can play here, but generally you go c5, e5, or knight a6. Knight a6, I never played it, but I remember studying it briefly. So we'll get one of these three moves. I don't know which one, but let's see. Am I seeing every comment or just for specific accounts? I see every comment. It just doesn't mean that I can't read all of them or process all of them. But yes, I do see them all. Yeah. So anyway, let's see what we get. We got bishop g4. Now this is also a move. Normally when you play bishop g4, you start c5, d5, e6, and you go something like this with bishop. Or sorry. Normally when you do it though, you play this and then bishop g4. This order is a little bit unusual with bishop g4 first. Because normally you play c5, d5, and then bishop g4. But this is what we get. So let's see what happens. Well, I watched the ATP finals. No, why would I watch that? I mean, nothing against Sinner, but like, I mean, Sinner is like just not very exciting to watch. And I mean, after the whole scandal, like, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's just not the same as watching the big three. Sinner's just a very boring player, very boring. Unlike Alcaraz, for example. I assume Levy's gonna play bishop e2. Didn't he lose? Wasn't there some scandal with like drugs or something? Not drugs, sorry, but like some like lotion or oil or something with like some banned substance or something. I think there was like a banned substance or something like that. So the difference between this and c5, I'm not sure. I mean, I think the difference is computer wants what? It wants bishop e3, whereas after c5, d5, bishop g4. Is this dubious? What's the difference? No, actually, this is still a transposition. So what is the difference? It wants this. But this is a transposition. No, maybe there is actually no difference. No, maybe there is no difference. Okay, Levy thinking here. Let's see what we got. This won't be a quick draw, I don't think. This is a King's Indian. It's a very aggressive game. Levy's pushed and built a Great Wall of China here in the center of the board, here with the 4 pawns on the 4th rank. I don't think it's going to be a quick draw. If this is a quick draw, I'll be pretty disgusted. Like, if Levy just makes a move and offers a draw, like, I mean, what's the point? I mean, what's the point of playing chess at all if you're going to do that, is my attitude. Yeah, I saw Bitcoin's 88. I'm aware of that. Yeah, do you just keep hitting refresh every 5 seconds and you see, like, just keep hitting refresh and then your balance is always higher. Yeah, I mean, I keep refreshing Coinbase every so often, and like every time the number just keeps getting bigger. It's really funny. I hate watch Levy? No, I'm not hate watching Levy at all. No, I'm covering his games because what people want to see. I do own Bitcoin. I'll probably sell it at 100. I think 100 is the point where I'm going to sell it. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, Diamond Hands Hodl. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's a bit much. If I had 100 BTC, like, I would probably be moving to an island, actually. If I had 100, like, that's insane. That would be like 9 million. Yeah, please be serious. Ba-da-dum-bum. Okay, let's see. Levy thinking here, not a good sign. Aren't you worth 50 million? Of course I'm not, but thank you. Instead of learning theory, you should have bought Bitcoin. I mean, I own Bitcoin at 900 bucks, and I sold it at, I think I sold it at 4,500 if I remember correctly. I just saw it 500%. Hey, I mean, I'm happy with that. I beat the market for a while. It's good return, but it's life. Okay, let's see what Levy does. Bishop e2 or bishop e3 are probably the only 2 moves here. I don't like that Levy's thinking, by the way, because it still should be within the realm of theory. I don't really like watching games like this. He goes bishop e2. So Levy's basically I'll tell you what's happening. Levy is trying to transpose back into the main line, which is this bishop g4, bishop e2. So he's trying to transpose back into it. That's what he's doing. He's trying to transpose back into the main line with c5, d5, e6, which I think will happen, by the way. I assume we'll get c5 or e5 again, the only moves that really make sense as far as I can tell. Also, if you're a King's Indian player like Justus Williams is, I think it's a little bit unacceptable that he's so deep in the tank here, because if I were playing the King's Indian all the time, I would know exactly what system I'm playing against the 4 pawns, because it's a very sharp and aggressive system and you have to know exactly what you're doing. So yeah, Tata Steel, when does Tata Steel even begin? I don't know. I have no idea. When does it start? It starts sometime fairly soon, I think. It starts November 13th. So it starts in 2 days. Yeah. 2 days. Yeah. So, okay. I'm gonna go step away. I think I'm gonna go get some food. I'm a little bit hungry. I haven't eaten lunch at all, so I'm gonna go get some food. I'll be right back and we'll keep going. Give me 1 second. D5. Oh, is the music popping? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm just heating up a burrito. Give me 1 second. Tesla is crazy. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Thank you. I mean, very aggressive position here. What is it? Is it mooning after hours too? I don't know. Is it mooning after hours? I didn't look. I gave Levy a good move. Of course I did, obviously. Oh yeah, it's 350. It's going up after hours too, of course. Yeah. 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 All right, you guys, where were we? Okay, we're back. Okay, give me 1 second. Another cheese and bean burrito, why not? Life is short. Yeah, life is short. Life is short. Okay. Why is this game 1.5 hours? Because classical chess. Levy wants to suffer. He wants the pain of trying to play actual chess. I don't know why, but he wants that pain. So Levy is a glutton for punishment, or a masochist. I mean, anybody who really wants to sit at a chessboard for 6 hours and play a game has probably some issues. So anyway. So let's see what we get. Okay, I don't know why Justus hasn't played e6 here, by the way. E6 is the obvious move in the position. I don't know why he's thinking it's the only move. Oh, Elon's net worth is 304 billion. Oh, I didn't look at Forbes. Let's see. Oh man, 320. It's 320 billion. What the heck? Larry Ellison is number 2. Wow, he's up 16 billion today. Just a little bit of pocket change. Only 16 billion. Like, who's counting? That's insane. That's actually insane. That's no, Satoshi's not worth anything near that. I haven't looked at Oracle recently. Wait, Oracle's $189? Wait, I remember seeing Oracle like 130 like on earnings. They're at 190 now? Wow. Somehow I'd overlooked Oracle. Insane. Okay, E6 only move. I don't know why he's thinking. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why he's thinking, seriously. Why has he not played E6? It's the only move here. Do I want to bet a Bitcoin? I mean, I want to see what happens. But I don't know why is he thinking E6 is the only move here? There's literally no other move to consider. Okay. What is this? I mean, I don't know what this is, you guys. I mean, I swear, I literally studied these I swear, like, I don't know what this is. I mean, I haven't studied this opening in like 25 years, and this is not how you play it with black. That's just insane. I think G4 H4 is supposed to be H4 is best move, actually. But yeah, G4 H4 is very strong. Yeah, insane play. Levy's not outplaying him. He just somehow doesn't know the opening. Somehow he literally doesn't know the opening, which I just don't understand. If you're going to play King's Innie, you have to have a set line in the 4 pawns attack. And somehow he doesn't. Like, he's going to get steamrolled in this game, probably. If Levy goes G4, H4, he's going to win the game, I think. H4 is reasonable. G4 is the human move. G4 looks much more human, because H4 feels like maybe there's an H5 and something's stuck. But both moves are good. I don't know what this is, by the way, seriously. Had $1 million. It's a classical game of chess, yes. It's just a classic cheese and bean burrito from Costco. I mean, nothing special. No, you guys, when you say am I being negative about Justus Williams, I don't care if he's 2.5 out of 8. You have to know that you have to have a basic setup against every system in the King's Inning if you're going to play it. And I don't think he's a newbie to it. I think he's played the King's Inning a lot. I mean, Levy's likely is going to castle if I had to guess, but I'm not sure. Where's the Mexican Sprite? I don't know. I don't have any. For Levy, it's a question of whether he castles or he just goes G4, H4 and attacks. That's really the only question. G4 or H4, and I think Levy's going to win the game. If he plays castles, it's still very much in play. No, it's incredibly promising. Very promising. But for Levy, he's gaining a few points, so he might want to be conservative too. Like, he's already gaining probably 3 or 4 points. So, like, if he loses this game, he throws away all the hard work. So I wouldn't be shocked if that's in the back of his mind too. But anyway. These games are FIDE rated. Yes, they are. I mean, I'm guessing that somehow his opponent hasn't studied the 4 pawns, but like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I start to sound like Tom Brady when I say this, but like, maybe kids just don't learn the way they used to. You know, back when I was a kid, like, I studied this 4 pawns very extensively, even though there was no one specifically who was going to play it. Like, I read the book by Anatoly Weiser, and I studied this with my stepdad quite a bit. Like, I just mean, you've got to know what you're doing. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, to not play e6 here is just like bizarre. Like, actually bizarre. I mean, even here, c5 d5. I mean, c5 d5 e. No, sorry. Even here, wait, sorry. Yeah, like here, c5 d5 e6 is very well known. Bishop g4, bishop e2, e6. I mean, all this is very well known. Did my stepdad play chess? Yeah, he's a FIDE master, of course. So yeah, I mean, it's bizarre. I'm just appalled. I'm just appalled. What was the brand of burrito? I can look. A bean cheese burrito, Costco. I'll find it. It's the yellow box. I think it's Levy'S, right? This looks correct. Yeah, it's these ones. It's this one, you guys. Yeah. 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 It's this one. Levy'S organic rice and bean burritos. That's what it is. So yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get back to the chess. There we go. Right there we go. Yeah, it's Levy'S. Okay, if Levy goes g4 h4, which I think he should, he's gonna win. You have to understand, when Hikaru and I were growing up, we didn't know the objective best moves like we do now. It's totally different. That's true. We didn't know the objective best moves in the same way, but still, like, c5 d5 e6 was right. How much cost such burritos? I don't know. It's a 6-pack from Costco, so it's probably cheap. Let me see. Lily B. A shilling? I'm not shilling. I'm just saying it's what I bought. I mean, I'm not shilling anything. The thing is, these burritos are only available here. When I'm in Florida, I can't get them. I can't get them in Florida, which is kind of annoying. So it's a case of 8 for how much? Where's the price? It doesn't say the price. But I mean, it's an 8-pack. But yeah, the Costco in Florida doesn't have it. What is Costco? Oh, it's just an American thing. So anyway, I expect Levy to go G4. H4 just feels a little bit awkward. I expect him to play G4. Do I like Kaipodal? Of course I like Kaipodal. Of course I like Kaipodal. That's a weird question. So anyway, I always like Carnitas. Carnitas is always great. Carnitas is always amazing. Instead of buying that burrito, you could have invested 0.000000316 Bitcoin. Thank you. Levy thinking don't like that he doesn't get what he has. He's probably trying to figure out, because I'm sure Levy knows this is wrong, just like I do, because I'm sure he's looked at this and he knows that you're supposed to go E6 here. That makes me think that he's probably trying to figure out if something's wrong and whether he wants to go crazy or not. Yeah, if Levy goes G4, G5 and just starts pushing his P on the king side, he's gonna win this game. He's got so much space here. He's already got more space in the center of the board. If he starts expanding like G4, like, I mean, this is just gross. Like H4, H5, I mean like, there's apparently White's supposed to take. I'm not sure this would happen because of knight D4, but like, you just look at the spatial advantage. White's pawns are so far up the board here. It's just terrible for black. So I mean, if he goes G4, which I think he will, he's gonna blow him away. If he doesn't go G4 and he castles, I think it's gonna be just a standard game. But I expect him to play G4. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Very, very surprised. Very surprised. So anyway, I took today off of work to watch a stream. You're the man. Thanks. That's awesome, AJ Wick. Great to hear. Levy should be feeling very good about his position here. He should be feeling fantastic. Should be feeling fantastic. But I don't know. Maybe he's not. Have I really been live 7 hours, by the way? I guess I have. Wow. Crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, apparently. I had no idea that I've been live that long. I think investing time in chess is worth it. If you're gonna relax and just enjoy the game for what it is, then it's great. Yeah. A few blitz games. I feel pretty good on blitz. I don't feel like playing more blitz. I mean, I'm tired. It's been a while. What are my OTB plans next year? I don't have really set plans. Probably in February I'm gonna play this Fisher Random stuff. Do a tier list of my favorite restaurants. I could. But probably not tier list. Probably I'll play this Fisher Random thing in Germany in February. Norway chess I'm going to play in May. But that's about it for right now, I would say. Okay. Oh, it's still good, but it's still good. Another quick draw from Nizhnik. FIDE should do something about it. Oh, this you mean? I mean, I've seen people act silly about this, but this is the nature of chess. When you have norm tournaments, like, funny things are going to happen. Like, Nizhnik is he's getting paid some amount of money to show up, and so he's like, okay, I'm going to get my money, and I'm just going to chill. That's the nature of chess. Chess is a very poor game, so because it's so poor, this sort of stuff happens. Also, what is this? Another quick draw? I mean, a 10-move draw in this game, too? Like, what is this? I mean, I mean, every game has been a quick draw except for Levy's game. This tournament is a joke. I mean, this is not good. This is not good. It's just not good. It's not good. It's not good. And there have been a lot of quick draws in this tournament too. A lot of quick draws. I expect knight c7 and some e6 move here. I mean, if Justus Williams doesn't know that he has to play e6 in the Benoni, like I don't know what to say. I mean, it's still good, but the point is the g4 h4 ideas are a lot slower now. Like after knight c7, I mean king h1 e6, and then what? G4. So like you have to still play for the same attack on the king side, but again, it's not quite the same. It's not quite as effective here. It's still good, but it's a little bit less obvious as well. What I consider playing instead of Ding and crush Gukesh, I mean, I guess if Ding suddenly dropped out, I mean, I guess I would play, but it would really suck, honestly. It'd really suck. No, probably I would play G4. Yeah, I think I would go G4. I think I would play G4. I mean, with no preparation, yeah. I mean, I can tell you what I would do. I'd show up and I'd just try to hold. I would desperately try to draw the first couple of games. I wouldn't even try. I would try to draw the games and then get to some point like game 4 and then figure it out. I mean, I think Gukesh is winning. I don't see Ding winning. But yeah. I don't see it. Okay, we get knight c7 as expected. What I think the final score will be, I don't know. I don't know. By the way, Bitcoin stuff just going completely nuts today. Everything Bitcoin related just on fire. Ethereum is not at new all-time highs. No, Ethereum I think hit 4,000 before. No, Ethereum's 3,300, which is fine, but I mean that's not an all-time high. Actually, it's funny, the market today was pretty terrible unless you own Tesla or a handful of Bitcoin related stocks. Of course, if you own Tesla like I do, then it's like a huge day. Or Hubs, which is another big return, big nice solid return as well. Okay, now Levy has a couple options here. A4 is one option. I probably wouldn't do it because you give knight b4. You probably want to wait till black plays a6 to stop it. G4 is still in play. Otherwise, probably like rook e1, e5 is an idea too. I don't have Boeing in any of, I mean, not in my accounts at least. I think Boeing is a great buy long term, but did it go up or not? BA? It was 152 last I checked, and why doesn't it work? Okay. Well, let me take a look. BA 149. I mean, I think long term it's a great buy, but they have to figure everything out first. They're also way too big to fail. That's the other thing. Boeing is too big to fail. Boeing is just too big to fail. That's the reality. So, all right, let's see what Levy does here. I think rook e1, king h1, g4, maybe bishop e3 is also a move. I mean, Levy's age is his only issue. No, Levy has the other problem that he's focused on making content. That does take away from being able to prepare for games. So Levy has that issue and his age issue. Those are the two biggest issues he has. It's not just his age though. It's also the fact that like he makes videos for a living. That's how he makes his living. And at the end of the day, he's not going to suddenly give that up and just study chess 10 hours every day. So it's not very likely. If Levy were a couple years younger and he didn't have this job, I mean, very lucrative job, it would have been different. So, I mean, I don't really see it. Yeah. Levy says he's working on Chesley 2 in his second book. I don't know what Chesley 2 means, but I actually am working on a book too. I'm working on an autobiography, which is going to be coming out. Not sure when exactly, but I'm working on that. So, yeah. I think Ding will retire if he loses the match. He's not going to like officially retire, but I think he will mostly retire. Yeah. Will it be any stocks? No. Yeah. Do I think Ding would have a legitimate shot at what? I mean, educational chess books. I mean, I'm going to say this and people are going to be mad at me. It's silly. Like, even like at the end of the day, I'm not going to do it because let's be real. Whatever you make is not actually going to like, it's not going to actually help anybody. Even Levy's book, and you guys can be mad at me for saying this. Levy makes a book saying how to win at chess. It's not, you're not actually going to win at chess. It's a very basic beginner level book. It's fine and all, but it's not going to make you a great chess player. And if I do a book like that, I'm basically, I know within myself that I'm doing something just to sell it. It's not actually something that is going to help someone. So I'm not going to do it at the end of the day. I'm just not going to do it. That's the reality. Because like within me, everybody's different. But like if I know this, if I'm just doing it because like I'm hoping to sell a bunch of copies, but I know it's not actually going to help someone, like I can't do that. I just can't do that. I can't do it. It's just, it runs against everything that I believe in. So let's see what Levy plays here. I think we're gonna get King H1 or maybe E5. Actually, not E5. Sorry, King H1 or maybe King H1 or maybe G4, not E5. Yeah. Oh, my stepfather's book is actually a fabulous book. That's the sort of book that like you will, if you're like a lower level intermediate beginner into intermediate level, that's the sort of book that actually will help you a lot. That will help you tremendously. King H1 to go G4 H4. Like books that sort of ask like the real questions instead of just calculating and like freezing up are the sort of things that will ultimately help someone improve. The name of his book is Best Lessons of a Chess Coach. Levy said you shouldn't read books older than 10 years. I'm going to assume that's a joke. But if he said that, that's actually very disappointing to hear. That's very disappointing to hear. Oh, blood, da, life goes on, right? La, 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 life goes on. Okay. Levy taking forever here. Way too long. Way too long. I mean, I think the old books are not worth. I mean, like the really old Russian style books, I'm not a big fan of. Like even like Dvoretsky is very good for advanced players, but honestly, I would say the way people process information, I wouldn't really recommend the really old books. I read My System, but I think it's way too out of date, and it doesn't really have anything modern to it. So let's see. I might actually post a few videos on YouTube. I'm thinking of letting my stepfather do a couple of videos, maybe just like general lessons, and maybe upload it to my channel. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if I'll do that, but I might do it. It's a thought. It's not something I for sure will do, but it's a thought. Does he still teach chess? Of course he does, yeah. Of course he still teaches chess. One second. I think I'm gonna sneeze as well, so give me a second. Excuse me. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so here are the moves that make sense for King H1, G4, Rook E1, maybe A4, Bishop E3 also. But I think we'll get, if I had to guess, I think we'll get this or this, or maybe H3. I think we'll get Bishop E3, A4, H3 maybe. Bishop E3 is not crazy. I don't think we'll get G4, because if he wasn't going to play G4 before, then there's no point. I don't play chess in my dreams. No, I actually almost never think about chess when I'm not playing or awake. Almost never, actually. Dio blah da, life goes on, right? La 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 la, life goes on. Did I watch Queen's Gambit? If so, what are your thoughts? Great series. I mean, it's fantastic. I really liked it. I think, you know, the important thing is that ultimately it's actually not about chess. It's about the protagonist and her whole story, life, and everything else, which is why it became such a big hit. I think a lot of people miss that, but nonetheless, fantastic stuff. I mean, I love the show from a chess perspective too. It's amazing. But it is what it is. Thank you so much to Moving with Matt for the host with 10 viewers. Thank you so much to Moving with Matt. I believe he is a chess boxer, if I'm not mistaken. So big shout out to Matt. Thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Thank you. Did I watch Rings of Power season 2? I'm still on season 1. I'm on season 1 of Rings of Power. I'm like on episode 5 or 6. I mean, it's hard. I don't have all that time. I don't have all the time in the world. Well, I watched Squid Games too, I guess, but I don't know. Oh, 10 viewers, or sorry, 109 viewers, not 10. Sorry, it says 109. It doesn't show the 9 though. At first, it just says 10, and then it stops, and then it scrolls over and says 109 at the top. It says 10, and then the 9 comes after. Thank you to Moving with Matt for the host with 109 viewers. Sorry, apologies. That's weird. It says 10 and stops, and then it scrolls, and you see the 9 at the end after like 10 seconds or 5 seconds, I should say. Weird stuff. Dance. Oh, Levy's trying to figure out what conceptual plan he wants to go for. G4, A4. I mean, or Bishop. I really think he's going to play either G4, Bishop E3, or A4. The reason I don't think he's going to play G4 is because if he's going to go G4, he would have done it right here and never castled. So G4 is a little bit hard to see. What do you do in general if you're not streaming? Well, I mean, streaming is my life. And it has been since before the pandemic, or since 2019-ish, late 2019. I like streaming a lot. It's great. Well, I watched y'all's last match. Pretty unlikely. I really hope we don't get a move and a draw offer, though. I am worried about such things happening. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Levy is spending way too much time here. I don't like his time usage. I think he should just pick a plan and go with it. Because it also symbolizes that he probably thinks he has something really good, or he's unsure what the exact plan is. But this should not be too different from, like, again, this is what I don't get about these guys, is that, like, first of all, Justus should know the E6 pawn break. But also, for Levy, this is not too different. After take takes knight d7, I believe one of the main lines here is to play G4. So it's very similar, except the knight is on c7 instead of the knight being on d7. So the plans should flow they should be pretty consistent. So that's why I'm a little bit confused if we go to this position as to why Levy hasn't gone G4. Because you're going to get something like E6, and you're going to get this not this, but takes anyway. You're going to get the same structure, and Levy should know that G4 is good versus knight d7. So the knight on c7, it should be good as well. So that's why I'm a little bit confused by his time usage. Would Levy beat an old GM Ben Feingold? I don't know where Ben's at these days level-wise. I think, actually, Levy would have decent chances. I think he would lose, but I think it would be pretty close just because Ben's style is a little bit too dry. He tries to play endgames too much, and I think Levy would be able to defend a lot of endgames. Younger Ben, like even Ben 10 years ago, would crush Levy. It wouldn't even be close. Would not even be close. But Ben is not super young anymore. Can we get Queen E2 another option, trying to play E5? Computer wants knight d7 and then e6. Doesn't seem insane to me, probably because of e6. There's e5 here, and now white's just exploding the center of the board. I sort of expect knight d7, but let's see if we get it. Knight d7 not a particularly hard move to find, because like even something like this looks really bad. White is just continuing to push p in the center, and you're in a lot of trouble. So knight d7 with e6 seems pretty logical to me. Can I review Nogura MVL taught us till 2011? That was the Grunfeld game, right? That I won, which Gary helped me with. That was in the Seville line, the Bishop C4 stuff. Yeah, that was a great game. Ben's not a regular streamer anymore. Oh, I don't. Does Ben not stream as much? I don't know. I haven't followed. So anyway, still going. Yeah, I'm just covering Levy's game, then I'm gonna call it a day. It's not super late here though. It's still pretty early. It's nice and sunny outside. Do I remember all the games I played yesterday? No. Oh, Karen is usually on there playing poker nowadays. Queen e2 is a completely reasonable move to play for e5. No, I mean, I think what I would say on a different topic is, I mean, it does sadden me when I look at the landscapes. I mean, it feels like, I said it the other day, I said it yesterday, I mean, I feel like I say it almost every day, but I feel like I'm the last man standing. Like, I'm the last person still consistently streaming just as much as I did. I know it's less than 2020, but still streaming a significant amount of hours. And I feel like everybody else has basically quit. And it definitely, it does sadden me when I look at, like, the downtick. I mean, it definitely makes me sad on some level. I don't really put Danya in the same category, because Danya's always been a guy who he just, I mean, he has the speed runs, but like 90% of the time it's a late night blitz session, just playing blitz against Minlay or Bullet or Hyper Bullet. So I don't really put him in the same category, but like when I look at like Botez or Levy, even Anna, I would say Anna Cramley is a lot less. Anna Rudolph pretty much doesn't stream at all. Ben, I guess, doesn't stream as much. Like, it's sad. It's sad to see. But it is what it is. It is what it is, as the saying goes. I expect knight d7 here. That's my prediction. Knight d7 and e6. I need to upload a video. 1 second. I need to upload my video to Drive. 1 second. Let me make sure this is correct. What's this? All right, everyone. Okay, is this good? Okay, let me make sure this is okay. There we go. All right, 1 second, you guys. Just need to upload my content. 1 second. There we go. All right. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Do I think Levy will convert this? I mean, a lot's going to depend on the next couple of moves. That's what I would say. A lot is going to depend on the next like 3 to 4 moves. I think we get knight d7 and e6. It'll probably heat up. If we don't get knight d7, I think Levy's going to crush this game. With no knight d7, I think if Levy gets e5, he's just going to win the game. Knight d7 and e6 is the only move. Like, time doesn't matter yet, but if knight d7 is played here, it's very much game. If we don't get knight d7, Levy is just going to roll him over. I mean, it's going to be a complete blowout. It's just going to be a complete blowout. Anna Cramley streams about as much as you do in terms of hours. You're talking about the Levy event, which was 1 week. I think you are. Maybe I'm wrong. I can check. I do not think that she is streaming 100 hours a month, but I could be wrong. He plays knight d7. Okay, so he finds the best move here. I'd be impressed. Let me see. Let me look at the 90 days. 90 days? No, 90 days, it's 190 hours. It's 190. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's not quite the same. It's like 60 hours a month, which is still pretty decent. Okay, so we're gonna get e6 here next move. Let's see what we got. Levy probably here. I think he's supposed to go bishop e3, e6, and like rook d1. And I think after takes, yeah, you're actually supposed to take with the knight here, not with the pawn. If Levy takes after a6, a4, now there's like rook e8 and b5, and it's getting a little bit murky again. He plays bishop e3. I assume we'll get a6, a4 played instantly, and then we'll get e6, and we'll see what Levy chooses to do. I joined only when Hikaru covers Levy's games. What I must say, Levy had a pretty decent draw in round 8. I would have liked to have seen him playing on. I think he would have won, but it is what it is. ETs? What ETs? No, taking with a knight is not normal, actually, because in most Ben Onis, you almost always take with the C pawn or with the E pawn. It's very rare that you take with a knight, because after knight e6, knight d4, it gets very tricky. So, what's up with Levy's late join? Somebody withdrew from the tournament. That's what it's about. I think we'll get a6, a4 right away. I'd be surprised if we don't get a6 here. I think we'll get this, e6, and then we'll see what Levy chooses to do. I hope Levy doesn't offer a draw soon. If he offers a draw, I'm going to be very unhappy. Yeah, I'm not going to be happy if he offers a draw. I will stream Title Tuesday tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to start with the early Title Tuesday. We're going to do the multi-stream on Twitch and on X, and then we'll come to Kick right after that. I think we'll get a6 here. I'd be surprised. Tomorrow I will take both Title Tuesdays. I'll give it my best shot. I'll give it my best shot, you guys. I mean, actually, for anybody who's wondering about streaming, I actually have a theory that I think with because Trump won the election, Elon's rise, I wouldn't be shocked if there's a big change like in the landscape and there's more live streaming on X. I wouldn't be shocked if the landscape starts to shift a little bit. Do I think Levy knows it's +1? He probably knows it's better, but I doubt he knows how much better it is. Interesting is computer wants a6, a4, rook b8 just to play for a sack on the b file, which is interesting. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are underestimating the power of X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But I think a lot of people are underestimating the underestimating the power or the possibilities. Not that it'll come to fruition, but the possibilities. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Trading bishop for the knight, good. No, because here now you've got this weakened king. You no longer have the fian cheetoed bishop on g7. Yeah, Levy's got a lot more space. Black has to play for one of the pawn breaks here. I mean, this is why it's very hard to play the King's Indian, because right from the get-go, you're giving white so much space, whether it's the 4 pawns or other variations. White generally has more space because usually you get a structure like this, and the pawn is further up. Like this pawn's up 1, this pawn's up 3. So black generally has a lot less space in the King's Indian. I would have gone a6, a4 first, but he plays rook d1. I mean, that we're gonna get a big moment of truth soon. We're gonna get a moment after rook d1 takes. Will Levy take with the pawn or not? It's a big moment, actually. However, what I realize is without a6, a4 included, Levy is much more likely here to take with the pawn, because if you include these two moves, a6, a4, a4, e6, then you see right away that b5 and rook b8 are definitely in play. Levy is probably going to use a lot of time here, by the way. Good night, Hikaru. It's late here in Croatia. See you next time. Have a good one. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another long day as well. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be another long day. So, big moment here. Big moment. Apparently, the computer wants takes. Oh, because you have knight b5? Very unusual, and I don't really see this happening. I really don't see him taking on e6 here. That's why you're supposed to go a6, because after this, Now white, if white takes, there's no knight b5. Kind of dank. Not that we'll see it. I'm not super tired. I think Levy will spend probably 15-20 minutes. Why won't black take with the f pawn? Because if you take with the f pawn after rook d1, you have this very weak pawn. Even this looks very bad. Like knight e8 e5, and there's just massive pressure here. Very, very tough position to play. Very, I mean, I think it's just losing. Could I beat Magnus with Levy's position? I probably would win with this position with white. Most likely. But I would never get this position in the first place. Bitcoin dropped to 86K. It doesn't matter. I don't think time management is a big deal yet, but it could be. Could be. We'll see. The black B has some scope. Yes. Yes. It looks like Levy's going to burn all the advantages. I mean, he's going to spend a lot of time here, but let's see what he does. What am I getting for Christmas? I don't know. Levy will play rook d1. Maybe he'll take. I don't think he's going to take. I think he's going to look at rook d1 or maybe a4. I don't think he's going to take, but he might find it actually. It's just instinctively it feels a little bit questionable because now you're giving scope and the d4 square. So you have to be very concrete. Like here, what's going on? Knight d6, knight f4. Wait, knight f4. Wow, check and knight. Computers are insane. Computers are actually insane. I don't think I've ever seen this tactical idea before. Just insane. Insane. Did I watch Shanglin versus Grandelius recently? No, I did not. Yeah. All right, gonna get one more cup of coffee, one more cup, and that's gonna be it for me for the day. But I'm feeling a little bit low. This game still has a long way to go, so I'm gonna get one more cup of coffee, go send a text to Levy, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, of course Levy played rook d1. Good move, as expected. Let's see what Levy does here. Okay. Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? I'm not sure. Rook d1, yeah. Now, big moments will Levy take with the knight or the pawn. He got the text, of course, obviously. I expect Levy to take with the pawn. It's more thematic, but knight takes is the best move. We'll see. We'll see. He better listen to you when you tell him, of course, obviously. Of course. Pawn takes is the most natural move here. Knight takes is the best computer move. Pawn takes much more natural. However, the drawback to take with a pawn is there's a6, b5. Like, even this, it's a little bit unclear, actually, to me, what's going on here. So we'll see. Proudest moment in my career, you mean as a chess player or as a content creator? Which one? They're slightly different. It depends what you mean. If you mean as a chess player, my favorite moment ever, I mean, there's so many moments. It's hard to pick one. I mean, I would say in general, the US championships have always been right up there in terms of my favorite moments. Send another text before he takes the wrong way. You guys, come on. Like, I can't make it too obvious, can I? Okay. I mean, E takes would be insane. You can take with the E pawn, you can take with the C pawn, you can take with the knight. Many different options here. So, yeah. Bum 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 bum. So, okay, let me see about knight takes or pawn takes. I think he's going to take with the pawn, but knight takes is definitely in play here. Definitely in play. I mean, it's a tough situation here because you always learn that in the Ben Oni, you're supposed to take with the pawn. There's one of these moments though where you're supposed to take with the knight, but let's see if he does. I think he's going to take with the pawn because to me this does not look great. I mean, what you're supposed to go, you're supposed to take. I mean, this looks very unnatural. I mean, you can definitely play it, but it's not the first thing that pops into my head. Also, why is this actually so good? Like bishop g4, f5. Huh? Queen. Oh my god, and you sack the queen and you have a fork. Ay. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely find it, but it's not obvious. You're gonna have to use a lot of time to figure it out. Yeah, computers are insane. I mean, they really are. Like, you look at these lines and you're just like, what's going on here? Like, what is this nonsense? Oh, did Bitcoin collapse? It collapsed. Oh, what's Bitcoin doing? It's down to 87. That's the wrong direction. It's supposed to be on a runaway freight train to 100. What is that? That's not good. It's not what I want to see. Yeah, Levy's gaining points because every player he's played so far is higher rated. So he's getting a bunch of points when it draws. Takes the knight. Okay. Yeah. Good move. Okay, we'll get knight e6 here, and then it's a moment of truth. Knight e6, then let's see if Levy finds bishop g4 or not. I don't know if this is so logical, actually, to take. This kind of looks awkward to me. Why does rook take so bad? Interesting. I'm sure we'll get... I'd be shocked if we don't get knight e6. Shocked. BTC will be back down to 50k within 3 weeks. No, I think it'll be down to 50k potentially if someone is nominated for the Fed, or not Fed, sorry, for the SEC chair, who is someone that that's not actually looking like they're going to be like a huge fan of crypto. But it's really hard to see crypto. It's really hard to see Bitcoin becoming like a reserve currency. I just don't see it. I mean, bishop g4 is the move. Levy's probably going to use time here too because you have options. You've got f5, e5, bishop g4, king h1. A lot of options here. I don't think Levy's going to move instantly. Because if not for bishop f5, it's actually still great. Oh, it's still actually quite good for white. Okay, maybe even still very good. b4. Okay, if knight d4, you're what? You're going to sack the rook or something? No, I guess not. I don't really see b4. I think bishop g4 is actually, to me, it's the most logical move. Or maybe queen f2, also quite reasonable. Last time I played a King's Indian classical chess is when was it? Yeah, I played it in 2022 against Gregorio Parin in the FIDE Grand Prix in Germany, I believe. 22 Grand Prix against Gregorio Parin. I played a King's Indian. Yes, that's the last time I played it. But before that, I don't know. Before that, it was probably like 2018 or something. As soon as Hikaru said Bitcoin should go up, it went up like 500. Okay, it happens. Oh, it did? Oh yeah, it went from 87 to 87.3, of course, obviously. Because actually my real name is not Hikaru, it's Satoshi. Okay, let's see what Levy will play here. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Yeah. LMAO, yeah, exactly. I control the float, bish. Yes, exactly. Anyway, let's see. By the way, that is a dormant wallet, right? Jokes aside, I mean, that wallet it's because Satoshi is dead, right? I mean, it's literally like a yeah. But actually, it's funny. Like it's funny because actually it is true. I remember reading about a month ago, like a bunch of the Bitcoin addresses, like the old ones, started waking up out of nowhere. So anyway. So let's see. I assume Bitcoin would get absolutely pulverized if Satoshi sold any part of his, like any real part of his stake. It would get pulverized. No, I mean, how much does it have? Satoshi wallet Bitcoins. Let's see. They say something like 600K to 1.1 million Bitcoin. That's insane, actually. That's actually insane. What is that? That's it, even in between, like, what, 800,000 times 88,000? It's like $70.4 billion. Good God. Insane. Yeah, insane. Actually insane. No, it's Elon's net worth is 320 billion. Not even close. No, not even 1/4 of what Elon is worth. It's nuts. I don't touch the other stuff, you guys. I'll never play it. It's pure speculation. It really just doesn't excite me. Okay, Levy's got a lot of options here. He's probably gonna think for a while. If Levy gets too low on time here, I actually become concerned that he could lose this game. If Levy gets below like 30, if he gets below 25 minutes on this move, I start to become really worried. I become really worried here, actually. I never did NFT stuff. No, you guys, never did NFTs. It's a big moment here. Levy cannot afford to get too low on time because this could become very dynamic. There could be trouble in the middle of the board very quickly. The more I look at bishop g4 rook e8, I'm really not convinced by this, that this is human at all. Even if the computer loves it, this doesn't feel very natural to me. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Like, for example, if Levy even is slippery for one move and allows knight b6 out of nowhere, if this knight ever comes off the board, suddenly black's getting knight d4, and like black is actually completely fine. Maybe not completely fine, but very close to being completely fine. So it's like Levy has to strike right here, because if knight b6 comes and there's a knight d4 the bastion, Levy actually is not even going to win the game. So he needs to be very, very precise here, and he needs to not use too much time as well, which is difficult. It's difficult to play the best move and avoid using a lot of time. b4 is a move. I don't really expect b4 though. It's not crazy, I guess. It's not crazy, but there's so much in the way of complications here. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I don't know. I'm a little bit worried, actually, if I'm being honest, about Levy's position here. Very slightly concerned. f5 is a move, but there's knight d4. And now you're giving up a square on e5 as well. Maybe it's still good. What, queen d2, knight b6? And bishop g5 takes... Okay, queen c1, and the show goes on, but not realistic in my opinion. Bishop g4 is... to me, it feels like the most natural move in a way, but it also feels like very unnatural, because without knowing it's the best move after rook e8, like just a sample line, suddenly the pawn at e4 is weak. So, I mean, it's good, but it's not... To me, it's not the most obvious. I mean, of course, to me it is, because I know, because the computer says it's the best, but it doesn't seem super obvious to me. But we'll see. If Levy gets low on time here, does a draw offer become likely? Reasonably likely. I mean, I could see Levy playing a move and offering a draw. Absolutely. But I somehow I don't think so. I think he's going to want to try to win, because he's got to know that he's better here with the big knight on d5 and this big white center. So he's got to know he's better, and he's not playing at 2500. But he's down 25 minutes already on the clock, so it's a little bit concerning here. Levy's going to disappoint you again. High hopes, low expectations. I mean, you always have to have high expectations. If you don't have high expectations, if you don't have a high expectations, then like, what's the point? I mean, bishop g4 also makes a lot of sense, just because if black were to go for this line, you can sack the rook, you take the horse, and after takes, you fork. So, yeah. Levy was quite annoyed that you found out about his game and made the recap before him. You're trolling, right? You must be trolling me, Hodgel. That feels like something that Levy would never say. I assume that's a troll, but who knows? That doesn't really sound like something Levy would say. Maybe he would, but it seems kind of weird. It seems kind of weird. That doesn't sound like Levy. All right. But also, like, jokes aside, it's Levy's own fault then that he didn't finish the game quickly. Because actually, I was out in the Runyon Canyon near Hollywood, just doing a short little afternoon hike. And Levy's game kept dragging on and on and on against Brewington Hardaway. So he could have made a draw like even 30 minutes or an hour earlier, and I wouldn't have been able to make a recap. So it happens. I mean, obviously I'm joking when I say that, but still. New chair, who dis? It's me. It's me, myself, and Irene. So, all right, let's go. Levy was joking. Wait, Levy actually said that? You're trolling. There's no way Levy said that, I don't think. Nah, you're trolling. There's no way Levy said that. No, he said it? Wait, Levy actually said it? Okay, that's pretty comical. I mean, what does Levy think? That's hilarious. That's really funny, actually. That's really funny. That's pretty funny. That's actually just comical. Good stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Levy is now down 30 minutes on the clock here. Not a big deal yet, but I'm a little bit concerned. Also, like, why is this so good either? Honestly, why is this so good? Because takes f5, f6, and apparently this is winning even though you have a wooden shield because of queen d2 and a lolly checkmate, I guess. You go here, here, and queen here, and it's probably really... what's going on? This is winning. Oh, rook g8 and g5? Oh, wow. Very murky. Should be good for white, but yeah. Okay, Levy using a lot of time. I'm starting to get concerned here, actually. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned now. Levy said nobody knew I was in this tournament except Hikaru made a recap 30 seconds after. I don't know you guys, but it might not have been relayed live on chess.com, but there's a site called leechess.org, and the game was being broadcast live there. So I actually kind of saw the game there. Hate to break it to Levy, but that's just how it goes. Anyway, all right, back to the game. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah, let's see what we get here. I mean, I am a little bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit concerned about the position here for Levy, because it's a position where if he plays one slightly wrong move, like if he loses the grip at all, he's gonna be getting pushed around on the clock for in towards time pressure. So I'm a little bit worried. Not horribly worried yet, but I said if he gets below 25 minutes on this move and he doesn't find like the next best 2 or 3 moves in sequence, and he has to keep using time, I think he's going to end up in trouble. Would Levy really go to such lengths to hide his match to be the first to make recap? Of course he would. I mean, an extra 100,000 views is worth a lot of money. I mean, no, I mean that of course it is. I mean, he must be joking. That's worth a lot of money. Especially this time of year when the CPM is up around Christmas. Yeah, I'm not thrilled. I'm a little bit worried. Not horribly worried, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Is streaming a seasonal business? Well, content creation, if there's the one thing I would say about content creation is if you're in the US or in North America, the CPM is always up in November and December. It's always higher. The cost per 1,000 views, it's always higher around holiday season, specifically Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. After New Year's, it goes down, like on like January 2nd or 3rd, it goes way down. Like the CPM just falls off a cliff, because of course there's nothing left to advertise because Christmas is gone. Okay, plays bishop g4. Okay, now we have a big moment. Rook e8 or knight b6. 2 options here. Let's see which one Justus Williams plays. 2 options. By the way, speaking of Levy's opponent, those of you guys might not be familiar with this, but Justus Williams actually played against Magnus Carlsen. Let's take a look at this video. Let's take a look at this video while we wait for a move here. I'll turn the volume. The volume max is probably fine, right? Probably it's a draw, right? Or did Magnus lose this? Queen h7? Yeah, he beat Magnus. Yeah, he beat Magnus in a game. It's a very loud video, sorry, but he won this game. This is a game in New York City for anyone who's wondering. So, let's change the scene. Let's go back. There we are. Let's put the music back on. So, yeah. Wow, Magnus, what a bum. What a terrible chess player. Yeah. Yeah. Magnus always looks the same, yeah. If I were playing here with black, I would probably play knight b6, which is actually the top computer move here. I want to see if knight b6 gets played. Knight b6 is played, I become more concerned for Levy. Any other move, I think he's in the driver's seat still. But it's a hard move to play also because there's e5 here, for example. And apparently this is good. What, knight d4? I think Levy's opponent's going to slow down on this move or the next move. Knight b6 is a good move because white has this bastion here and the knight hits a lot of critical squares in the position. So the knight is just a very good piece in this position. Yeah, I'm not shocked that he played bishop g4. It's not crazy that he found it. Not crazy at all. Do I plan to do more videos like Coffee Chess? Maybe down the road. I mean, I can take a look. Do they still do videos? I mean, let me see. Yeah, they don't get the views anymore, though. Yeah, they don't get the views the way they once did. That's actually also makes me really sad, too, when I look back on things. It's like, there was the boom, but and definitely for a period of time, everyone benefited. But at some point, like, it became very, very consolidated. And, yeah, and I look at it as, like, for them, like, the views just, they fell off and they've never really recovered. But, hey, they had a glorious time, too. So, everyone had a period where it was amazing. Knight b6 is a good move here. Knight b6 or rook e8 are really the only two moves that you can even play. So, all right, Levy down half an hour on the clock. I expect Justus Williams to take quite a while here before playing the next move. That's my prediction. I don't think he's going to move quickly. He's either going to play rook e8 or knight b6. One of these two moves. Which one he plays remains to be seen. Imagine Fisher streaming once he loses. I'm wondering what's wrong with queen d3 here, for example. Oh, there's knight f6 like this. Tricky still. Tricky. Could Levy get a wild card? I'm sure he could get a wild card, but I don't think he's going to want to play. Do I think Michael Tal would be a great streamer? The man was wild. I mean, Michael Tal was somebody who was like kind of not really born to be a chess player. He was somebody who basically, I think he drank a lot. I think he had like 3 wives over the course of his lifetime. I mean, he was just like very unusual for a chess player. So yeah, Michael Tal could have been interesting. Could have been interesting if he tried something like that. Let's see. F5 is not a move because after F5 takes, you're just losing. I wouldn't be shocked if F5 is played, by the way, but I don't think it will be, but it could be. It would not shock me. Like something like this and white's just winning. So anyway, all right, let's see what we get here in this position. My favorite historical chess player is obviously Garry Kasparov. Not even close. Look at the a6 line. What's a6? I don't know what you mean by a6. Yeah, today I'm streaming because Levy's playing. He's actually playing this last round game. No quick draw. Let's see what we get. Can I show speed become a GM? Not likely. Possibly, but not likely. Yeah. Not likely, but who knows? TikTok. Knight b6, knight b6, knight f6. Not sure what else. Rook e8. Very limited options here. Very, very limited options. Tyler won. Well, there are a couple things with Tyler won. First of all, and this is a very important point, is that one of the big differences that when we talk about online versus over the board ratings, like we forget that the ratings are different. So like 2000 is the equivalent of about 1500 in rapid is my understanding. It could be plus minus like 100 or so. That part is a little bit surprising, but the thing that surprised me much more about Tyler 1 is that he was able to actually keep playing chess over and over, even when things went badly. So like he kept going, like even if he'd lose 10 games in a row, he would keep playing. And that is something that's probably more than anything else that separates him. So he's more like an anomaly than something that I think you could say is going to be commonplace. He was just able to keep going. He was just able to keep grinding, keep playing games, even when he'd lose 10 in a row. And that's something that I think almost nobody possesses. So that's what I would say generally about the topic. Okay, come on, let's get some moves. Get either rook e8 or knight b6. I predict one of those two. I don't think Levy would win this against me. If I play knight b6, I don't think Levy would win this against me. But whether we get knight b6 or not is a whole different question. I think knight b6 is actually very logical once you work out that none of the tactics are working. But it's a big moment in the game. Big moment. We either get a good move or Levy is probably going to win the game. That's my prediction. Let's see if we get knight b6. The moment of truth. Who is the most unfortunate chess player of all time? I don't know. I mean, you're basically saying who didn't become world champion, who should have become world champion. Levy has a chance to win this. I mean, this game is basically very murky. The next, like, I think the next 3 moves will determine. Levon is not unlucky. Neither is Nepo. They're definitely not. Fabiano, you could say Shirov is up there. I mean, Fabiano is probably unlucky from the standpoint that I think he's one of the very few people where you could clearly say he would have been the world champion if not for Magnus. So I think that, like, when I look at it, I would say Fabiano is up there. I look at other people like Paul Carras, who was another guy who's very close to being world champion. Victor Korchnoi, another one who's up there. I mean, I'm unlucky, but oh wow, and he plays it relatively quickly. Okay, so Justus not playing great in this event or even in this game, but he's finding some good moves and he's not spending too much time. Yeah, now I'm a little bit worried because I don't think Levy is going to play knight c3. Levy's going to go deep into the tank and he's going to try to make e5 or f5 work here. Yeah, Levy's going to try to go for complications. He's going to spend like 10 or 15 minutes here trying to complicate. He's gonna try to make it work here for sure. He's gonna try to make e5 or f5 work. 100%. There's knight c3 is a very tough move to play here because like after queen e7 you're like, what are you doing? You just wasted a tempo and now black brings the rooks over and now the knight's on a stupid square versus d5 where it's perfectly placed. I think almost no chance Levy plays knight c3 here. Yeah, I know Bitcoin broke the all-time high, you guys. I own Bitcoin. What's your point? Oh, but wait, 89, 88,703. What the heck? I swear it's literally a money glitch. Every time today I just hit that refresh button and it's like the number's higher. I was not expecting that. I just hit the refresh and it's like, look, and you're like, wait a second, it's actually higher. Yeah, Literally every time I look, just more and more and more. He's not going to play knight c3. I don't think. He's going to play e5 is what I expect. But the thing is, can he play e5 quickly, or will he think for a while? Can I explain the move? Knight c3 or knight b6? Yeah, this is yeah, I don't know. I'm worried. What I think of Levy's opening choices, what I think of Levy's opening choice is pretty good overall. Pretty good. Pretty good. Trading go b3 is playable, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Takes b3, knight d4. Now black has a bastion here. And after rook e8, I mean rook e8, I think black is close to being completely fine. No, this is very scary for Levy. Very scary, because he's getting in the danger zone on the clock as well, and he's going to try to force e5 or f5. I mean, he's going to play one of these moves. I mean, maybe I should get up and text him again. But he hasn't used enough time yet, so it would look too suspicious. Let's see what he's going to do here. Problem is he has to calculate, and he knows there's something here. I mean, I don't see he's not gonna play knight c3. It's just it's a weird move. He's gonna play e5 or f5. F5 though I think is pretty easy to see that after knight d4 you're not better. Although this is actually, how bad is this? You have to go queen f6. Not the most obvious move. I could definitely see something like this, but we'll see. I mean, Magnus could play knight c3, but I doubt it. Does Fabiano watch my streams? I don't know if he does now, but he definitely did during the pandemic. 100% he did. Kramnik for sure has watched my stream as well. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go step away for a second, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys are back. So let's see what we get here. Okay. Okay, e5 played as expected, of course. Yeah, I knew we'd get e5 here. Question is, will we get takes or will we get knight d4? Both moves are playable. Both moves are playable here. Yeah. I think we're more likely to get this one, by the way, this one. Because this one is a little bit... This one is what's... I guess this is good, but this looks tricky. Yeah. Looks tricky. Levy has a chance, of course. I mean, knight d4 is the best move. The only question is, will this happen? I mean, it's still very hard to play, but I guess queen b6, you're going to get overloaded here. Oh, we'll see. All right. Let's see. Levy should never be in real risk, but he is actually worse. We get that line I mentioned, this one, with takes, queen b6. Black is actually better here, because after rook d1, I think there's rook e8, and you have a big problem with the diagonals here. Knight d4 is the best move. Knight d4 is played. I don't think Levy's going to win this game. I'll just say right now, I think it's going to be a draw. But if not knight d4, it's very much a game. Like, every move here is critical for both sides. Give love, give love. And BTC recovers, yeah. How long have I been streaming? What story came back? You're still here. We've been streaming like almost eight hours or more than 8 hours now. So long day. Long day. Levy has said many times he's never studied the Sicilian. Obviously, he's dabbling a bit now. How difficult is it for someone his caliber to catch up? It's not hard. Actually, Levy is very fortunate that in this world, much the way that I am, that because of things like Chessable that exist now, it's very easy to study opening lines in a much more efficient way with like just everything laid out for you, rather than having to spend a lot of time the way you used to have to do it. So Levy is a big beneficiary of things like Chessable, just like I am. Big beneficiary. So yeah, he's a big beneficiary of it, because you don't actually have to find all the information anymore. You basically just take the information from whatever course and you look at it and you make a few little changes, and that's all you have to do. Yeah, if we get knight d4 here, I predict it's going to be a draw. You use Chessable? I thought it was for 1000s. No, I mean, they're grandmasters who are literally giving away their secrets for pennies on the dollar. I mean, literally, you have GMs like Anish Giri making courses giving away all their secrets for free. I mean, honestly, like, I shouldn't say this, but I'll say it. Like, those GMs are crazy for doing it. Like, they think they're going to suddenly be able to monetize and make money off it, but in fact, they're just giving away all the stuff for free, basically, for people to use. Like, it's insane, actually. It's insane. I mean, it comes back to the monetization thing of thinking you're going to monetize, like, you're going to monetize it, but you're actually making very little money off of it. And I believe that Chessable is 70-30 too. So I believe that the person who makes the course gets 30% and Chessable gets 70%, by the way. I'm pretty sure that I have the split correct. I think you get 70-30, but go in the wrong direction. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Justus does here. He's got to play knight d4 or take on e5. Really no other options here. Oh, did he move? He did move. Actually, sorry, moved. He took, okay. Rule the world. He should just take immediately. Levy should just snap the juicer. I mean, I expect this. This is what I kind of expect. But is this... Oh, this is apparently losing in this order? Huh. Okay. I mean, Levy's completely fine here. He should have no risk in this position. Oh, it's 60-40? Okay, it's not 70-30. Okay, it's 60-40. Okay. Still, I mean, that's a bad split if we're being honest. I mean, 60-40 is a terrible split. I mean, if you think about like subscribers on Twitch, for example, before we even talk about Kick, on Twitch it's 70-30 for the creator is a split. And Kick is of course 95-5. So like it's really bad. It's really bad that it's 60-40 in the wrong direction. I mean, the creator should always get more of the money because they're the ones making the content. Yeah, we get takes. I assume Levy will take with the pawn, but I'm not sure. I assume he'll take with the pawn here, but he could take with a rook. I mean, this is not insane either, trying to go rook d1 and stack and keeping the two Bs, but I expect him to take with a pawn. Really, a lot of this depends on whether Levy correctly can assess this position. Or it's not, sorry, rook f e1 is actually being good for white. If he can assess this position correctly, that white's better here, he'll play it. If not, I think it's going to be a draw. But we'll see. So, anyway. 89-2? Wow. Literally every time I look, it's higher. Okay. Every single time I look, it's higher. It's ridiculous. I mean, Magnus would win this position for sure with white. In fact, I think I would probably win this against Magnus too. It's just a matter of whether Levy correctly assesses. He just has to assess this position correctly. If he assesses this position as good for white, which he may not, by the way, because this does look kind of scary with the weak pawns. If he doesn't assess that correctly, then he's going to take with the rook. Because actually, actually, what's wrong with this? Because don't you just win a pawn here? Oh, but apparently you're not better. You're not actually better here. Okay. Interesting. Goy. Boy. Let's see what we get here. I still think it's likely to be a draw, or that it's likely to be a draw if we get takes knight d4. Because of Levy's time. If Levy had like 30 minutes more, I think he wins this game. If Levy has 30 minutes more, I think he's going to win this game. But with 25 minutes, I think there's a good chance he's going to bail out with rook d5, rook c5. Yeah, the time situation is worrying here. Because this does look very loose. I mean, honestly, this looks very loose. I mean, like, this is very dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous here. When I consider Levy a top 10 friend or just a business partner, I mean, top 10 friend, I don't know if I would put him there, but what I would say about Levy, generally speaking, is that he is the one content creator that, you know, when I looked through everything through the years, he's one of the very few ones who is not like, hasn't gone out of their way to try to like cause drama. Why do I want to say drama? Cause drama. So like, I will always respect Levy for that alone. That's what I would say. So I mean, I will always have I want to say drama for some. I don't know why I want to say drama. I don't know why I want to say that. It's just like it came off my tongue weird. But yeah, and I mean drama at my expense randomly. I don't mean like any of the other stuff. I just mean like randomly, like random stuff. Like he's never tried to do any of that. So I will always respect him a lot for that. 89 through 89 4, 89 394, 397 99, 370, 358. Okay. I think he's going to take with a rook here, by the way. I think he's going to take with a rook because I think he's going to be scared about this. I told you guys he was going to take with a rook. I told you he was going to take with a rook. I knew he was going to take with a rook. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to take with a rook because he wants to simplify, or he's worried about the time situation. But I mean, is white actually not better here? Ah. Actually, yeah, if queen c7 is played, it's a little bit dangerous. Maybe. I mean, if he's up, yeah, if Levy has an hour on the clock, he takes with the pawn here. 100%, I agree. But he's misused his time, and that's why he takes with the rook. I mean, he's still better, but still a ways to go. He's still better. The problem for Levy here is that I actually don't know what black's... Actually, queen a5 could be played. I mean, we could get something like this, because takes queen a2, b6, and I guess the game goes on. I don't know what's going on here, but the game goes on. I think queen c7 or queen a5, one of the two moves is very likely. Queen e8 maybe is a move, but it looks kind of weird. Yeah, computer just wants queen d2, but even this actually, how great. And he plays it fast too. Yeah, Justus is starting to fill the groove. Yeah, Justus is filling the groove here, and I'm actually worried for Levy now. Even though he's fine here, I'm worried because after takes, and queen d7, you control both the lanes. I'm actually worried here. I'm worried because there's no clear-cut plan, and Levy could get in trouble very easily. Like if we go to the end of this line, he's actually worse here, I think. Not queen d7, by the way, because then there's rook d1. But like you get to this, I mean, like I guess this is still okay, but it's looking kind of scary here. Your king's a little bit naked on the g file. It's okay, but you could end up in trouble, and black can't ever be worse because you have a classic wooden shield on e5. I'm not feeling it, by the way. I'm actually really worried about Levy's position because bishop e6 I think is the only move, and after takes, this is very obvious that you trade and you claim the lane. This is not 2800 analysis. What do you mean? Because it's white's better? What do you mean? Because white's better according to the computer? Come on, chill. I'm actually worried here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually worried about Levy's position. Not gonna lie. Must be the longest stream since the pandemic. I mean, I've definitely done titled Tuesday streams that are in this range. Of course, I mean, it's hard to look at the actual kick stats. It's much easier to look at Twitch stats, but let's see. So normally, okay, let's think about this on Twitch. I mean, I can take a look. Let me see. I'm curious. How long were my streams in let's see. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see. I'll take a look at like 2023-ish, I guess, because that's when I was still back. So I signed with Kick in April of 2022. So let's take a look at March, I guess. 7.3 wait. 7 hours. Yeah, let's go back like February. No, like Tuesday, February 22nd in 2022, I did a 10.5-hour stream. But I probably haven't had a stream that long in recent times. 2023, I know there's a way to check the actual length of streams, but yeah. It's been a while though. It's been a while. Yeah, I did a 10.5-hour stream in February 2022, but that's already actually, that's nearly 3 years ago. That's nearly 3 years ago. Pfft, insane. Just actually insane. Yeah, insane. They're still waiting for a 24-hour stream. I've done 24-hour streams. I did 2 of them. I did one in 2020. I did one, I believe, in 2021, early 2021, if I remember correctly. But yeah, let's see what Levy does here. He's spending a lot of time. I become more and more concerned with the more time he uses, because now he's running out of obvious plans. Justus is a very clear setup with a knight, the weak pawn, bring the rook to center, play b6. Justus just wants to go b6 and rook d8 and tunnel on the pawn. Levy has to start coming up with plans here. This is a dangerous position. If Levy took with the pawn, I actually think he would have won the game. Yes, I think if Levy had realized that this position with d6 is good and he plays d6, he wins this position, because rook fe1 and e6 d7 pushing the p up the board is very effective. Okay, does Levy move? He takes. Okay, we'll get takes, of course. I assume we'll get rook c5 here, or rook f8. No, rook f8 first. There's takes to guard the pawn. At 89.5, man, just never stopping. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Levy's gonna take. We're gonna get queen d7, of course, to cut off the file. I mean, I'm actually really worried here. I'm really worried for Levy, because also, if you're not careful, say you play h3, like there's something that like b6 happens and it's spaghetti time. Your rook gets trapped out of thin air. Like this rook suddenly has no squares on the file, or the 5th rank, I should say. So this is like I think takes queen d7, rook b5, a6, and then bishop e5, and it's just, yeah, I mean, I'm worried here. I think Levy is still fine, but he's gonna have to be really precise here. He's gonna have to find rook b5, rook b3, giving up the pawn, and I'm not convinced that he's gonna find it. Okay, let's see. So rook f1, we'll get queen f1, queen d7. That's what I expect. Levy has 20 minutes. Justus Williams has 50 minutes. And Justus can afford to use his time here. That's the other problem. Like once we get this position, again, Levy's gonna have to start thinking after queen d7. Like this is very scary. I'm gonna be honest. This is very scary here. This is very scary. I would not. I actually, honestly, I feel like this position that in like some Rapid or Blitz game, I could have this with White against Magnus, and just like one little slip, I slip on a banana peel and I could lose this. It's very dangerous. This time situation is a real problem here, because Justus does not have difficult moves, and Levy has difficult moves. Justus' moves are easy. Levy's moves are hard. If he's calculating king f1, I'm really worried, actually. It's still fine, but I'm worried. He takes. Okay, we'll get queen d7, of course. Should just play this right away to claim the file. I don't really see any other logical moves. Queen e7 is maybe okay to go queen h4, but d7 looks right just to claim the file to me. Seems pretty obvious, actually, because then you can claim the other file with rook f8. Yeah, it's very hard for black to blunder here, too. That's the other thing. Very hard to blunder. Well, let's see. The entertainer. I still think a draw is most likely, but I'm worried. I am a little bit worried here. Pawn is pawn, except you're gonna have to give up the pawn right away. You're gonna have to give up the pawn instantly. That's the problem. So let's see what we get. Maybe, I mean, queen d7 are the only two moves. Only two moves that I see here that make any sense. But I'm really worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really worried here. And he plays it fast. Yeah. Let's see what we get here. So let's see what we get here. I mean, I think rook b5 is really the only logical move. Like queen e2, a6, and this rook is very, very iffy. I guess this rook is getting really, really wayward here. Like this is very dangerous. Like you say h3 is bishop b4 again. Spaghetti-o time. I mean, it's getting very, very scary here. Getting very scary. I mean, this is very scary here for Levy. If he doesn't play rook b5, rook b3. Like, let's see what we got. Very, very tricky position here. Very, very tricky. Let's see if Levy plays rook b5, rook b3, and he resigns himself to making a draw here. Big moment. This is the big moment for Levy. I mean, rook a5, I believe, is a mistake. Because I think there's b6 here, right? And if takes, there's rook f8 and queen d2. And I mean, it's getting very nervy now. Very nervy. Is even a6 bad? I mean, even a6 here, and you're in the same situation where if you aren't careful, there's bishop f8. Okay, we'll get a6, I expect. I'd be shocked if we get b6 here, actually. Rook f8, actually, what's wrong with rook f8 and b? Actually, rook f8 and b6 looks very simple. Although now Levy gets rook b5, maybe. Tricky. He's still fine. He's still got 17 minutes, but he's going to have to avoid using 10 minutes on any single move. If he gets surprised and he spends 10 minutes or more on one move, bad things are going to happen. I mean, a6 also looks completely fine here. So like you play h3, suddenly we're back in this bishop f8 territory where your rook is getting stuck again. Okay, so now Justus is moving really fast. So we're gonna get queen e2, b6, rook b5, queen f7, c5. Oh, there's queen f5. And this is getting it's getting tricky now for Levy. Yeah, if we get b6, rook b5, queen f7, queen f5, it's getting dangerous. It's still okay. I'm worried. I'm actually worried. I don't think I would win this with white. I think if I were playing white, I'd want to bail out. I would want to bail out. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I mean, assuming that Justus finds queen f7, queen f5 here, this is really bad. This is really scary for Levy. Really scary, actually. Call Levy. Call Levy. You guys, I mean, come on. You can't make it that obvious. You can't do it every single move. Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Let's see what we got. Confessed. Yes. Also, what about b6 rook b5 like this too? This also looks scary as well. Maybe this is holding, but very scary stuff here for Levy. Like, what do you do here? Here you have bishop f2 and you're fine. Okay. Levy said he doesn't know how you handle the pressure of many people watching a game, that he felt better when no one knew about his game. Okay, but I mean, but the funny thing with Levy saying that, is like, honestly, he can say that, but truth is, I mean, would he rather nobody watch his game and he has millions less, or people watch his game and he has to deal with pressure and has millions? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Let's be serious. It's a no-brainer. Okay. Let's see what Justus plays here. I expect him to go b6. I mean, I'm deeply concerned about the position. I'm deeply concerned because I think Levy will play rook b5, and after queen f7 with queen f5 incoming, I'm not feeling good here. I'm not feeling good about this position. That NYC condo doesn't pay for itself. Doesn't Levy rent? I didn't think he owned, but I don't know. What is that? Wait, what? Oh, he wants to take and he wants to go for this. Oh. We could get rook c5 in a draw. That's a very weird move. He's trying to go for tactics here. He's trying to go for some big tactics. And I guess he's going to argue that he's in the game here. Still very nervy, though. Very nervy position. Also, takes bishop e5, king h1. In my opinion, this is borderline impossible to play. With 17 minutes on the clock, I think there's almost zero chance that Levy plays king h1. Because after takes here, rook e8. Why is this good? Queen f3, and apparently this is good. Very hard to play this. Very hard to play this. Oh, but okay. Now queen f7, queen f5. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. No, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this, you guys. And I'll tell you why I'm getting a really bad feeling. Because now g3, queen f5. I mean, playing like this is very hard in my opinion. This is very hard to play for white. I'm not liking this at all. Like, because g3 is also b6 now. Ugh. Okay, Levy has to not get low on time. If Levy gets below 5 minutes in the next like 3 or 4 moves, he's going to lose the game, is my prediction. If he can just keep it stable here and not spend too much time, he'll probably be able to draw. I'm worried though. I'm actually worried because this king is kind of weak here. Queen f5 is coming. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good about this for Levy. I'm actually worried. He's still in the safe zone, but if he gets below 5 minutes here in the next couple of moves, like if he gets surprised, he has spent 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes on any move, I think he's going to lose this game because the pressure on the clock is building, and as long as Justus uses his time here, I'm worried. G4 is a move to cut off the queen. What, h5, h3, takes. I mean, g4 is playable. Hard move to play also, by the way. Very hard move to play. He could find it, but it's a very hard move to play in my opinion, because it's really just creating weaknesses around your king. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this at all, actually. All right, I'm going to use the restroom quickly. I'll go send a text and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I honestly think Cram or someone in his Russian posse won't get this sarcasm. Yeah, of course. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, G4 is a tough move to play. Levy's burning clock here. I don't like his position. I mean, I'll tell you why Levy didn't take. He saw bishop takes e5 and he thought he had to go g3, takes, and he was probably getting... It's at best to draw. At worst case, he's getting mated here somehow. And if he goes to h3, there's this big dark square weakness now. Like there's all kinds of problems for your king. Your king is stuck here with the wooden shield. So that's why he did this. Does queen f2 force a draw? That's a good question. Maybe queen f2. Actually, queen f2 is a pretty... Actually, you know what? I agree. I like that suggestion. Queen f2 is... I like the suggestion. I like the queen f2 suggestion. Just basically force the draw and get out of dodge before this gets dangerous. Yeah, I like queen f2 here. Yeah, I really like queen f2. It's a good way to try and force the draw. Yeah, I hope Levy plays queen f2 because I think it's probably the safest decision here. I think trying to win this game is very questionable here, especially with the time situation. It goes to h3, okay, but now b6. I mean, yeah, now b6 and it's getting dangerous. Yeah, b6 and I'm not liking because now the king is very weak on the dark squares. Like, what's going on here? Rook b5, queen f5. Yeah. I'm not liking it. A6 also a tricky move here too. A6 also a very tricky move. But apparently it's a mistake. b6 is right. I think he'll play b6, by the way. I'd be surprised if he doesn't play it. Okay. Ooh la la le. Goes queen f5 right away. Okay. Let's see. Wait, bishop f2 b6. Wait, white's okay here? I guess white's okay there. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried about this position. I mean, bishop f2 is a hard move to play here. Also, with 12 minutes on the clock, very hard to allow this b6 trick where you're going to be hanging everything. Tense, dangerous position, scumbag computer, just a draw, bro. Exactly, I agree. I'm wondering about queen g4 here, maybe. Apparently it's a mistake. Why? Oh, wow, this is losing? Jeez. I think Levy's going to play queen g4. It's actually a really bad move, so queen d3. I expect it. He played it. Oh, man. This is a big moment. If Justus uses time and finds queen d3, I'm a little bit concerned. It's maybe still okay for Levy, though. Because queen d3, there's queen d4. I had a feeling he was going to play queen g4. I had the feeling. It's still fine, though. It's still fine. Because queen d3, you go queen d4. So, let's see what we got. La 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 la. I think he's going to play queen d3, by the way. I think he's going to find it because it's not difficult to see that after takes king h8, the bishop goes anywhere, you have a check. Same thing with bishop f2. You just go here and you win the bishop. Actually, wait, no, sorry, queen d1, sorry. Yeah, you just take. What am I saying? You just take. Yeah. No, I think queen d3 is actually the most natural move here. Queen f1 is not realistic because then king h2, you're going to lose the pawn. No, actually, the reason this is a bad move is because it forces him to play queen d3. Because queen f1, king h2 is obviously bad because e6 hangs. That's why this is actually a very bad move in a way, because it's going to force Justus to play queen d3 here. And like bishop g5 also looks very scary here. Rook f5 maybe. Oh no, it's just a draw. Wait, what? Let's refresh. Yeah, bishop g5. Yeah, we'll see. Ay, he played it. Oh no, he played it quickly too. It's still okay. It's still okay for Levy, but it's getting into this dangerous territory. We could still get a draw. We might get queen d4, queen f5. I could see us getting this one. We could get a draw here by repetition, but Levy better play queen d4. Again, if he doesn't play queen d4, he's going to lose the game. I'm worried that he'll play bishop d4, actually. Apparently this is losing. Wait, what? Oh, and you have rook out. Oh, yeah. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm really worried that Levy is going to play bishop d4 here. It's a very natural move, by the way. It could be a brilliant decision, though, because if he goes bishop d4 and you don't play h5, white's actually... Or no, there's still bishop h6, which is winning, too. I think there's a very high chance that Levy will play bishop d4 here. I think we're going to get one of these two moves. It's just which one does Levy pick? I'm worried that he's going to play bishop d4. Really worried he's going to do this. And after bishop h6, he's going to lose the game. Well, let's see. Queen d4 is the same. I think queen d4, queen f5, and we'll get a draw. Okay, so going to be inside 10 minutes pretty soon. It's still fine, but it's in this dangerous territory now. Bishop g5 also not crazy to play here. This could also be played as well. But h6 takes king h7, and again, you're in trouble. There's queen d4. There's one good move and two moves that lose. Will he find the one move that's still okay, or will he play one of the two moves that loses is the question. And maybe you can play queen g3 probably bishop h6 and you lose. Yeah, no, so it's three moves: bishop d4, bishop g5, or queen d4. One move is still fine, and I think he'll draw if he plays the one move. If he plays the other two moves, he's most likely going to lose. It's very scary here too, by the way, because Levy's under 10 minutes and Justus can use his time on every move now. If Justus uses his time well here, this is very dangerous, because this is where, like, if you're Justus and Levy plays a move, you can literally sit and think for 10 or 15 minutes and work out all the sequences. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about this. We could still get a draw. Like, I could see bishop g5, rook f5 and a draw, but we'll see. Justus has definitely outplayed Levy in this middle game for sure. I mean, queen d4 is the best move, and I still think Levy is more likely to find it than not. But I'm very worried that he'll play bishop d4. I'm very worried that he'll play bishop d4 or bishop g5, because both moves actually to me they make sense just as much as queen d4. Like bishop g5 specifically makes a lot of sense, and it's a losing move. And send. The hard part is Levy is up a pawn, so in your mind you're like, I'm still winning. Also true, yes. No, if Levy were only down 5-10 minutes, I wouldn't have any worries, but he's down 30 plus minutes here. He's down nearly 40 minutes, and Justus is definitely going to start using his time pretty soon on the critical moves. Yeah, I'm worried. I think if he plays queen d4, we'll get a draw, by the way. I think we'll likely get this repetition, but let's see. Okay. I mean, Levy can use his time, but the problem is, if he doesn't play queen d4, Justus is going to just use his time and milk it and look. Okay, he finds it. Okay, so Levy's still fine then. Yeah, so probably we're going to get a draw. I think we'll get queen f5, queen g4 in a draw. He found it. We'll probably get a draw with queen f5, queen g4 is my prediction. I mean, queen b1, queen f5 is also playable, but I'm not sure that I believe that Justus can find it. No, I mean, it's still, we'll see. I mean, queen f5 is a draw, queen f1 and queen f5, and the game goes on. So, it's not really an X-Lam move. I mean, it's the only good move. It's not that crazy. No, if I were Justus here, I mean, he has two options. Play queen b1 and queen f5, or just go queen f5 right away. Queen b1, queen f5 is very dangerous, by the way. But I think we'll get... I suspect we're going to get queen f5, queen g4 in a draw. That's my prediction. Justus will play queen f1 check. Maybe. I mean, the thing on the other hand, though, is like Black King is not completely safe either. Like, if you play a random move and I get rook c7, actually, I guess that's wrong. And I get, oh, I was gonna say queen d7. Queen f, that's still a game, but I mean, your king is also weak here potentially. Like, if I can get this position, just to set it up, like I get this with a safe king, I'm just winning the game. So I'm just winning because my king is very safe. When one move is zeros and the others are -4, it gets an X-Slam. Yeah. Why am I not streaming on Twitch? Because today is Monday. That's why. Maybe I missed something. Today is Monday. Why would I be streaming on Twitch? Tomorrow we're going to do the early title Tuesday on Twitch, though. So yeah. Now, hey now. He's either going to check and go queen f5, or he's going to go back, or he's going to throw in one of the checks and then go back. I don't know which one he's going to do. Like, why is this actually good? I'm trying to understand. Check, and then king h1 to go bishop g1. b6, rook b5, queen c2. Ah, because the rook is glued. The rook is glued and there's no entry. Yeah, hard to see. I mean, don't forget Levy's up a pawn here, so we're not going to get a trade of the queens. We're going to get this, or we're going to get check and then this. One of the two. Has got you guys are right though. This has to be amongst my longer streams on Kick. Yeah, we're gonna get king h2 and then queen f5, no doubt. We'll get king h2, queen f5 is what I expect. He could, is b6? No, b6. B6 also tricky, by the way, because now there's queen f. Actually, we might get b6 here. b6 and then queen f5 is very sneaky. Still very dangerous. Still very, very dangerous. Like, is rook c6 losing, by the way? No. Oh, you have this and then queen g4? Oh, no, that's losing. d7. I mean, I'm worried about b6 actually. b6. Okay, it does queen f5, so now Levy should be fine. Yeah, maybe I did some MasterChef episodes, I don't know, last year, but it's been a long time. GME is boosting after hours. Wait a second, what? Wait, is it? I actually, let me take a look. It's up 10%. Or no, it's up 4%. Okay. I mean, yes, I do have a position in GME. Of course. I mean, I expected to pump again at some point. It's going to go to 50 or 60, and then I'll dump it when it does. But let's see. Let's see what Levy does here. I don't think this is gonna. I'm gonna make a 10-hour stream because I don't think both players are gonna use all their time. I don't think both players are gonna use all their time here, so I don't think we'll make it 10. I mean, I'm sure Levy is worried here. Honestly, I'm sure Levy is very unsure of himself. I mean, I think he might play Queen D6, which is a. Oh no, that blunders. Sorry, there's A6, and you resign the game. Never mind. That'd be a huge boo boo. Okay, now apparently B6 is winning. Don't ask me why. Why is this winning? Queen F1 and H5. Very unlikely that we get this, by the way. Very unlikely we get this. I don't think we'll get this, but if we do, I mean, it's bad. I'd be very shocked if we get this. Okay. We're gonna get Rook B5, of course. What about H5 here, by the way? Is this so bad? This is also bad. If Justus finds H5, he will win the game, by the way. No, if Justus finds H5 here to create the look for the king, he's gonna win this game. Yeah, this is very bad now. This is very scary. I don't even care if he plays check on B1 or F1 first or H5. If he finds H5 in any of these sequences, he's gonna win the game. Yeah, I mean, this is really bad. This is really, really scary now. Like, you guys were saying Bishop F2 or something here. It's apparently losing. I don't know why. Why? Rook F... Oh, Rook F5, now Rook F1. Yeah, H5 is a very tricky move here. I think Levy's going to lose if he finds H5. Any sequence of H5, and I think he's going to lose. Yeah, Justus has played a really good game. The opening was pretty mediocre, but he's played pretty well since then. Of course, as soon as I say it, he's going to blunder. Like, he's going to play like A6 and just lose the game or something. Wait. This is actually... Oh, there's still Queen E5 with a AA battery? Yikes. I mean, I definitely could see A6 being played. I don't... You know, if A6 happens, there's like no way Levy doesn't take. Yeah, this would happen for sure. And then Levy would lose this position, I think. Even if it's okay, I think he would lose this. I mean, A6 is also very scary. I don't think there's any chance that Levy plays Rook B3. Just no way. You think he'll go Queen B1 and what? Queen B1, Queen A2 or something? Like this? You think this will happen? This is still actually good for black, but I don't think so. My prediction is A6. I think A6 will be played. H5, I mean, if he plays H5, I'd be really, really impressed. But he's got 40 minutes to think, so he could find H5. It's not insane here. It's still okay. Levy's not lost yet. It's still okay. I mean, it is losing, but only if Justice finds the best moves. And I don't think Justice will find. Like, actually, I just realized, why is h5 winning? If I go, oh, you've got rook f2, right? You've got rook f2. The relevance of h5 is that just, first of all, there's always this big threat, just to illustrate the point, of something like this with like rook h1, like say like h4, for example. So this is number one. Number two, h5 stops queen g4. And number three, it also creates a lift for the king on h7 as well. So it does three things. You want to go here to mate the king. You also want to stop queen g4, and you want to create the space for the king. So it's a triple purpose move. It's a triple purpose move, h5. It's not over, of course, so we could still get many blunders, but I think a6 is most likely to be played. Levy wants bishop f2 g3, that's why I want king g1. If you can get it, sure, but I mean, even if you get this, by the way, even if you get this, just to illustrate the point, this still is not good because I still have rook to f1. It's still very bad. It's still not good. Very dangerous. And Justice is actually using his time, which is also bad for Levy too. Yeah, I knew he was going to play a6. The good thing for Levy here is I think he can find rook b3 now. I think he can find rook b3 and play queen d3 and draw the game. It's not easy, but I think he can find it. I mean, rook b3 is hard, though, because also I'm looking at this. Like, this looks very scary, too. I guess you're okay, but... Yeah, you're okay. Levy can think on Justice turn, of course he can. I'm not surprised we got a6, by the way. If you don't know it's winning, all this h5 stuff is very hard to play. Because you also feel like here, again, if white can get the setup and the king gets the safety, white is up a pawn. So you feel like you need to do something very quickly. I think Levy will actually find rook b3 here, by the way. I think he will. Rook takes b6 is very possible, but he should see bishop c7. I mean, Levy should see that there's queen e5 here. He should see this idea. So he should play this move. He plays this move quickly, zero chance he loses the game, in my opinion. I think actually zero chance because everything's coming off the board one way or another. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What is that? I mean, bishop c7 is not hard. Yeah, bishop c7 and queen e5. I mean, this is not difficult. I mean, this is so basic. And he's got 38 minutes. There's no way he doesn't play bishop c7 and queen e5. Hikaru, Halloween was last month with the ghost noises. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, bishop c7 is very easy. I mean, if he doesn't see bishop c7, well, he deserves to lose. It's still okay because you can sack the rook with takes, but I don't think Levy's going to draw this game. His king is very weak here. I don't think Levy's going to draw this game if we get bishop c7. I don't really know what else to consider here for black, honestly. Like queen e4, rook b3 is pretty obviously fine for white. Yeah, I mean, bishop c7 is not hard. I don't think Levy saw bishop c7, by the way. He'll find it, yeah. Of course. This is one of the few games I've seen where I feel like Levy's just getting outplayed. Ever since the opening, he's just getting completely outplayed. I mean, rook c6 or rook b7 are the same. Either way, he's going to have to sack the rook, and he's going to have to try to draw this. I mean, maybe he can draw this, but honestly, with this weak king, I don't think Levy's going to draw this. I don't think he's going to draw this. I think he's going to lose this. Because it's too easy. Justus has all the easy moves here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll get to 10 hours, by the way, because this game is probably not going to end for at least another 30 minutes now. Okay, queen e5, of course. Takes, and the show goes on. I mean, Levy can still maybe draw this game, but with the time situation, it's going to be, it's a big ask. I mean, queen e5, not difficult. Pretty much the only move here as well. Levy making quick draws, and when he plays a full game, he's in trouble. I mean, he's in trouble here. He's definitely in trouble here. No, I mean, I think Levy's going to lose this game. I mean, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Also, queen e5, the only move, because there's nothing else to consider. You move the bishop, I don't know, like g3, you're not threatening anything. I mean, white can even go c5 here. Yeah, I'm not feeling it here. I'm not feeling it. Oh, rook d8 is a computer suggestion? What do you mean? No, queen e5 is the best move. Rook d8? And it wants to go queen... Oh, wait, what? Okay, this is a bit too deep. This is a bit too deep. No, we'll get queen e5. There's no way we're going to get rook d8 here. We'll get queen e5. Like, no shot. What's the count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's one extra pawn. Yeah, it's one extra pawn. I mean, there's compensation here, but I expect... I mean, there's no way he doesn't play queen e... Actually, wait, let's see. Rook d8, why is this... Wait, what about this? Actually, we could get this. This could happen, because this actually also looks very attractive for black. Like, rook d3, rook d1. Actually, no, I wouldn't be shocked if we get rook d8 with the... But rook d8, what's queen e1, queen e5? g3, rook d1, takes. Or, sorry, not takes. Sorry, takes here. I don't know. Actually, this could get interesting still. This could get interesting with rook d8. I expect queen e5, but rook d8 maybe is a better move. I think we'll get queen e5 here, though. I think the more time you use, the more likely that rook d8 happens. But yeah, Justus is using his time extremely well in this game. His time usage is exactly what you want to see, where he's not blitzing any of the moves. Now he's thinking. Now when he smells the rat, he smells that Levy's done something wrong. This is exactly when he's using like the 10 minutes to work it out. Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary position. Queen e5 will be played. I'd be shocked if we don't see queen e5. Rook d8 is a move that like maybe Magus could play or I could play, but I expect queen e5. Slack Dog says you're talking to the Brett Favre, Peyton Manning of chess. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. That's a good comparison. Yeah, he plays it. I expected this. Of course, rook takes c7, queen c7. And yeah, I mean, Justus is just going to start massaging this position and using his time. And yeah, Levy can maybe draw this, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, you guys. It's not going to be easy anymore. I think there's a very good chance that Levy loses this game. I mean, with the weak king on g1 here, all these problems, really hard to see. Also, another problem Levy has here is he doesn't have a set plan either. This is the other problem. Like, he doesn't, like, does he push the pawn? Does he try to play b3? Does he try to go for bishop h6 or queen g4? Even here, it's not simplified. He doesn't have a set plan. So from that standpoint, that also makes this very, very hard to play. Very hard to play because he doesn't know what he's supposed to do here, and he's starting to get low on time. I mean, I don't know. I mean, c5 has merit, but it's a hard move to play because even if you get this position, it looks like black is just starting to take over. This is so hard. I mean, very hard. Very hard. I mean, I think Levy's going to lose this game. I really do. I don't see how he's going to survive this with 5 minutes. I mean, queen e2 is the best computer move, but then you run into queen e5. Why on earth would you pin your queen on purpose? See, like, even this is the best computer move, but as a human, this is not logical. You don't want to pin your queen. So, like, I think there's 0% chance he puts the queen on e2. Queen d3 or c5 or queen g4, queen e5. Like, I mean, I think queen d3 or c5, one of the two will be played, but it's very hard to play this position. Very hard. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. I think Levy's gonna lose. Queen d4 maybe also. No, but queen d4 again, rook d8, rook d1, and your king is just so naked here. Queen c2, maybe queen e5. I mean, it's just very hard to play here. All right, we're going to take one more break. Just go use the restroom one last time. We'll be right back. Just need to pee. Okay, what happened? Okay, pretty standard. Okay, let's see what we get here. Probably we'll get queen e5 is my prediction. Just centralize the queen here. Rook f8, rook d1, and rook d3 ideas. Yeah, I mean, this is not good. I mean, queen e5 is pretty obvious here as well. Just to centralize the queen. All kinds of tricks. Bishop f2. Problem here is, like, even h5 looks... I mean, none of this looks particularly good to me, honestly. Queen e5 actually, I mean, queen f7 is apparently also good, but queen e5 is just such a nice centralizing move. I'd be very surprised if we don't get queen e5. Also, Levy down under 4 minutes here. Dangerous times. I mean, I guess the point is if bishop h6, you go g5 and white's losing. I mean, queen e5 to me looks like a very obvious move. Very obvious move just to put the queen in the middle of the board. Also, the queen here, there are no longer any threats on this diagonal either for white. No tricks anymore. We get it, of course. What else is new? Training position. Okay, bishop f4. Mistake. Oh, now just queen d4 and you lose. Oh, now just queen d4 and rook f8. Oh. Now queen f4 and you just lose. Queen d4 and you just lose because you have to play this. And I mean, now black is just. Oh. No, it's just over. Queen d4 is GG here. And if you go, actually, wait, no, bishop e3. Wait, why is this GG? Oh, queen d1. Ah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Justus is going to win the game here. Queen d4 does not seem difficult here. You get queen f5. That's a mistake, by the way. I still think Levy's in really bad shape, though. He's lucky that queen d4 was missed. Queen d4 is game over. Okay, queen e3, only move. Levy's gonna need his 9 cat lives to survive this because this is very bad. Yeah, he's really gonna need his cat lives, but he's maybe okay here now that I look at it. Because, like, honestly, if he gets this position with queen c1, like, now you put the bishop on g3, and now you're pushing p up the board. Yeah, queen d4 is a pretty easy move. I think he just missed queen. I think he missed queen d1 actually. I think he literally just missed queen d1. e5 also move here too, by the way, because this line's winning, right? Check here, just takes and rook d2. Yeah, this is also winning. Not as easy or obvious, but it is winning. No, I mean, Levy got lucky that he missed that, but I still think Levy's in really bad shape here. e5 is a very nasty move if he finds it. If he finds e5, it's very bad. I don't think Levy will find bishop h6. Oh no, maybe he will, because there's queen a7. Maybe he will. Okay, logical. Probably queen c1 here. Queen e2 is actually the best move, but Justus is starting to move a little bit too fast here. He's playing a little bit too fast now. You might have noticed, like, he's not using his time correctly. He's actually making a mistake. He's trying to move too quickly here to cheese Levy, and this is a mistake. In fact, Levy's not actually lost anymore, apparently, after rook d4. What, bishop h6? No, this still looks terrible. What about bishop e3? Check, king h2, and queen e4. Okay. Let's see how far we've come. Rook d4 again. Not a hard move to play, but Justus is moving too fast. Yeah, he's moving too fast. This comes back to what I said about Levy, by the way. I mean, he should have played queen d4. He should have used his time. Queen d4 is not a hard move to find. I mean, I think he just missed that there was queen d1, honestly. I think he missed queen d1. Someone said there's a Bukele tweet, right? Let me see that tweet. Oh, what did he tweet? He tweeted, "I told you so." I told you so. That's hilarious. I told you about Bitcoin, basically. That's hilarious. Okay. Goes rook d4. Like, what's wrong with queen e4? Oh, apparently this is not lost. Surprising. I think Levy will lose that, but we'll see. Do not expect bishop c1 here, by the way. I expect queen e4 and Levy will play like queen f2. Something like this is what I expect. Yeah, I think we'll get queen e4 here. And Levy's going to play queen f2. And then rook d1 and queen d4 should be winning. That's my prediction of what we get. I think we'll get queen e4. I think there's 0% chance that Levy trades the queens. And we'll get this and then queen d4 and it's GG. This is my prediction for the game, actually. Queen e4 also a very logical move just to centralize everything. I would definitely not check here, that's for sure. Even though this is the best computer move, apparently, because now... Oh, because now after queen f2, you can go rook d1, but this is very iffy. I think we'll get queen e4, queen f2, rook d1, and queen d4. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling for that to happen. Get back. Get back. Back. Get back. Queen b1 is technically winning, but I'm pretty sure we'll get queen e4. That's my prediction. Get back. There's still a long way to go. I mean, we could get a howler. We could get a complete blunder here still from Justus. Like, it's not over for Levy, but more likely than not, he's going to lose this. Yeah, he's got 30 minutes, which is why I really just don't see Levy surviving this. I think queen e4 is pretty logical. And with 4 minutes, I think there's almost no way Levy can go into this endgame. He's got to assume this is a losing endgame. Like, the king's coming over here. I mean, somehow you're saving this? Ah. Wow, and somehow... Wow. Somehow you're saving that, which is crazy. If queen d3, you hang the pawn on e6 and white wins the game. Surprising, actually. Very surprising. Yeah, c-pawn can be great. It can also be horrible. Okay, goes check. We'll get king h2, queen e4 then. 100% we're going to get queen e4, by the way, after king h2. We get queen e4, queen f2, and then will rook d1 be played is the question. We're going to get queen e4 for sure. Rook e4, queen f2, and suddenly the white queen is entering. 100% queen e4. Question is, after queen f2, will he find rook d1? I think he will find it, by the way. This is not rocket science. After queen a7, I think you have rook d2 here. And then you ziggy-zaggy here. You go king f6, and the king is safe. Who is constantly refreshing their crypto portfolio? I've been doing that, not consistently, but yeah, I've been refreshing it. Yeah, we get queen f2. Now's the moment of truth. Will we get rook d1? Big moment here, by the way. Big moment, because rook d1 is the only winning move. And if he plays it, he will win the game. But if he doesn't, Levy is queen f6, c5. I mean, this is no guarantee. Like e5, queen f6, and now white saves the game. No, Levy almost certainly can't win. If he plays rook d1, though, he deserves to win the game as well. Because it's not an obvious move at all. Although, what else do you do here? Like rook d7, I mean, even queen f6. It's starting to get scary here. Yeah, rook d1, c5, and then queen d4 is winning. Levy is doing a good job of not getting too low on time, though. He's keeping his time decent, like 4 minutes. He's not getting down to like 1 minute or less. So he's doing a good job here. Wow. Wow. He finds it quickly, too. Good move. I don't really think of Justus. I mean, I don't know Justus, but I don't think of him as being like a great blitz player. But man, he is playing well. Yeah, he's playing very well. I mean, he's like, he missed one queen d4 or queen d1 idea. Other than that, I mean, pretty much from like move 20 on, I want to say he's played basically as well as you could play. I mean, he hung rook a7, but that wasn't a big deal. And other than that, he's basically played he's played almost a perfect game from like once he got a much worse position. I mean, Levy's definitely going to play like queen a. I think he's going to go queen a7. I mean, bishop f4, hard move to play because there's queen f5 as well. He might find it, but let's see. But I expect Levy to use this time and go for queen f6 or queen a7 or something along these lines. I mean, he's going to be looking for the draw here for sure. He's not going to move quickly. If he doesn't play bishop f4, he's going to lose for sure, is what I would say. It's the only move to keep the game going. And I don't think he's going to play it. Yeah, he didn't play it, and now rook d2, of course. And it's not hard because basically all you have to calculate is the checks. Yeah, you go here, check, and you run the king up, and there's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, he'll play rook d2 for sure. Yeah, now it's very bad. I mean, he'll play rook d2. There's no chance he plays anything else. He's just going to calculate to make sure there's no perpetual here with any checks. And once he realizes there's no perpetual, he's going to play rook d2. We're going to get bishop. Did he play it? No, he didn't. We're going to get rook d2, probably bishop f2, and then like g5 to run the king up. And I mean, Levy's in real trouble. Levy's probably going to just lose, actually. I mean, rook d2 is literally the only move here. So we'll get it. It's just a question of whether it takes time or it's instant. I'm almost certain we'll get rook d2, by the way. No, I mean, this game is not over, by the way. At this level, the game is nowhere near over. But the problem for Levy here is I don't think he has obvious plans anymore after rook d2. Like rook d2, bishop f2, g5, and then who knows. It's still a game. I mean, I think Levy's going to lose, but it's still not over. Yeah, he plays it, of course. Levy's going to go bishop f2. We're going to get g5, and then who knows. Queen G1 is just very passive. Queen G1, I just take the juicer on A2, and now your queen's still stuck. Yeah, Queen B8, we'll get King F7, of course. Not King G7, because then there's Bishop E5, check. Levy might try Bishop F2, hoping for the takes. Queen A7, classic right triangle here to win the rook. But of course, if he plays Bishop F2, we'll get G5. No, rook takes F2 would not work. So Queen A7. It's a right triangle. Problem is after Bishop F2, he's going to play G5 because it creates the oxygen for the king to move forward. It's not a hard move to play. I mean, yes, if Justus had 2 minutes on the clock, Levy might survive this. Probably not win, but he definitely, I think, would have very good chance to draw. But now I think he's in really bad shape. But I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not feeling it. He'll probably go Bishop F2 is my guess. Good night, Hikaru. It's 1:30 here in the Netherlands. I'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a really long stream, actually. I thought this game would end like 30 minutes ago at least, and it just keeps dragging. Hikaru, what do you think is Levy's weakness? Ben Feigl said he just sucks. Okay, well, I mean, everything is relative, let's be honest. Because when Ben says that Levy sucks, for example, I could say that Ben sucks compared to me, because he does. But, like, it's all relative. I mean, I think the bottom line with Levy is that he's a good player, but I do feel that objectively, he's like, how do I put it? He doesn't use his time well. Levy is a chronic time addict, time pressure addict, like a lot of people that I know, and that's his biggest weakness is time pressure. He's time pressure stuff, and he can't avoid it no matter what he does. But I mean, Levy's going to lose this game. I mean, he's finally burning the clock. I mean, he's going to go check King F6, Bishop F2, and as long as Justus plays G5 and H5 starts pushing his kingside P, Levy's going to lose here. I mean, he's going to lose the game here. We'll get King F6, of course. King F6 is, of course, correct. We'll get King F6, Bishop F2, and then G5. And after G5 is on the board, Levy will lose. This is not very difficult. King F6 is pretty obvious. King F6, Bishop F2, G5, and I mean, I think he's just gonna win. Yeah, Bishop F2, G5, and GG. Nah, it's not happening here. Levy will not go Queen G1 because Queen G1 is super passive. He'll go Bishop F2, and as long as Justus plays G5, Levy is gonna lose the game. That's really all there is to it. Does Rook A2 work or not? By the way, Rook A2 does kind of work, but it's not clean. Oh my god, because there's Queen B. Oh my god, there's Queen B4 and there's. Okay, insane. Apparently Queen E2 is also winning. I don't know why. But almost 0% chance we get like this sort of stuff. Because like E5, I mean, maybe not. Maybe the king is just... Actually, maybe we do get this. Queen E2 is actually... I would go G5 here personally. But let's see. My prediction is that we get a G5 here, but Queen E2 is winning as well. No, Levy is very cooked in this game. He's very cooked. He's very cooked in this game. Whoa. I assume just G5 here. What is that? You're trying to go queen f3? No, you can't be serious. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way is he going to play queen f3 here, is he? You can't be serious. You cannot be serious. No, but you know why you can't play... Oh, he doesn't. Okay. No, you know why you can't play it? It's not because of bishop e5, which wins. It's because of bishop h4. That's the reason it will never occur. Because this one is very obviously bad. Okay, and now just g5. G5 and king g6. There's like that split second of drama there. I mean, g5 is very obvious. Just guard the pawn and you create the oxygen. Also, because say you go a5 here, I think there might be a queen h7. Oh no, this actually is still winning. Oh, never mind. This is still winning too. So maybe is h5? No, h5. I mean, as long as you push anything here, I guess it's fine. But g5 is what I would play. Rook a2 is apparently not great, but can Levy actually find this queen b4 stuff? Hard to believe. I mean, I would just go g5 and king g6 and h5, h4 or g4. I don't think he's going to take on a2 here, actually. I think he's going to play g5. Because now queen b8, there's always queen f4 or queen f4 to force the queens off. But actually, if you take queen b8, there is queen e5. So, hard to judge. I expect g5, h5, h4, because this is not very hard to see. Like, say you got this, here, h4, and now there's queen f4 and rook d1. It's just easy GG. Because there's no bishop g3. If we get a draw here, I'm going to laugh, by the way. I don't think we'll get a draw, but I would laugh. If we get a repetition, that would also be really funny. But I don't think we will. I mean, g5 is not very difficult here. Or h5. Both moves are pretty obvious. I mean, both moves are very obvious here. But he's spending he's spending all this time here. It's making me a little bit nervous. Do I own a crypto or Bitcoin? Yeah, I own Ethereum, but yeah, I mean we should just get g5 or h5. I mean h5 looks the most logical because of h4. Like this looks pretty logical to me to play for h4 and then queen f4. Yeah, I mean this should be pretty straightforward and winning for black. I think h5 is what I would play here. Just h5, h4, and then queen f4. I mean, it's a very obvious hook. I think he's nervous, actually. Weirdly, I think he's feeling the Levy effect. I think he's nervous. I think he's nervous about this position because he's playing Levy and he knows there's going to be some YouTube video. I mean, honestly, I think he's just nervous because I think That's why when Levy talks about nerves or pressure, I laugh because it goes the other way too. All the people that Levy's playing against, they feel this massive pressure. Like they're under massive pressure because they know that people are going to be making recaps of the game. Levy will be, I will be. Like, so I don't think it's just a one-way thing. Did I see Fabiano playing the US Master? Are you considering? No, I'm not considering playing that. But we get G5, and I mean, I think it's this H5, H4 is not exactly difficult. Like, even here, isn't H5 just winning? Like, even this is just winning, right? Yeah, even this is just GG's. Levy should go B4 and just push the P and pray. If you go Queen C5, unfortunately, I go Queen E5 check, and you resign. That's why you don't even have any queen moves. Queen B8, same thing. Both checks lead to a trade. That's why this is so bad. Okay, he goes Queen B6. I don't know why this is losing even more bigly, but it is. Oh, you can go check and Queen F1 now. Ah, like this. Unfortunate. Oh, that's very unfortunate. You have Queen F4, Queen F1. Wait, no, wait, but there's Queen C6. Wait a second. Oh, Rook D1, and there's no checks. I still expect H5 here, though. I think we'll get H5, H4. Or wait, no, H5 allows Queen B4. Still tricky. What about King G6? Yeah, King G6 is actually what makes the most sense, too. Yeah, this Queen B4, Queen F8 is kind of unfortunate. I think does this actually not win for black? No, this also wins now because check, you can walk the king up. I think we'll get Queen F4 and Queen F3 or Queen F1 here because the queen actually doesn't touch any squares. And Justus wanted to play this a move ago. Remember, back here he played this check. So I think he wanted to move the queen, and then he realized he couldn't do it. So now that he has the same position with the queen on B6, he'll probably realize that now there's no bishop H4 and both squares are still covered. And this was the original plan, so I think he's going to find it, actually. I'd be very surprised if we don't get Queen F4, Queen F1 now. To me, it looks pretty obvious, actually. As long as Justus uses his time here, he's going to find this line. I mean, this is not difficult. Yeah, Rook D1, I mean, it's not hard. Yeah, so long as Justus uses his time, he's going to find it. But see, if Justus had 5 minutes here or less, I think Levy might even still win this game. No, I mean, Levy's not going to win this game. Every move is good, except for allowing Queen B4. That's the one trick in the position that you can't allow. If you allow Queen B4, then it's game on again, and then we're going to suffer. I still think Levy will lose, even if we get this position, by the way. Like, even this, I still think he's going to lose because of H4. But who knows? This is the last trick that Levy has. Last trick. But the time usage here, by the way, is amazing. I mean, his time usage has been generally very, very good here by Justus. Other than missing Queen D4, he's used his time at the right moments. Like Queen E2, King G1, H5 is also probably winning here too. But Levy's trying to hang on here. He's trying. He's doing his best. Trying to hang on. Yeah, we got it. He sees it now. He sees it for sure. Queen F1, I'm pretty sure he's going to play. Like queen f1, I'm very certain that he sees this now, and there's nothing here. 19 minutes, he's going to use his time and he's going to play it. Yeah, he's going to play it here. I think there's almost no way he doesn't play it. I haven't changed my mind about Levy. No, not at all. Queen f3 is also winning, I think, but it forces queen g1 and the game goes on. I don't think it's not hard. I mean, once we get this position, I mean, it's obvious that you're getting mated. Yeah, I mean, this is not difficult. This is not difficult. Tonight. I think we'll get queen f1. I mean, I'd be very surprised if we get any other move. I mean, queen e4 is obviously fine. Queen f3 is also fine. Yeah, he just does it. He just goes in for the big kill. And now when you move the queen, rook d1 is super obvious because otherwise you're getting mated. So, yeah. A very tough loss for Levy. That's going to ruin what could have been a pretty good result, actually. If he'd won this game and he was much better at the opening, he would have gained, like, probably 12 points. No, I mean, you go queen g1, it doesn't matter. I just take and take the juicer. I mean, it's just all over. Just all over. Nah, it's all over. It's just all over. Yeah, unlucky for Levy for sure. No, bishop e5 check is one last try, hoping for takes because you have both queen e3 and queen a5 to hit the king and the rook here. But unfortunately, after bishop e5, I just dodged bullets with king f5. Can't push p because of the pin. You have to go like queen c6, and now I think I can just take the bishop. Even here, I just take, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Levy ruined what could have been a very good event. All right, you said get ready for the recap. Okay, I'm going to use Russian one last time, and I'll be right back then. Oh, cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. He just played rook d1. He didn't even use any time. Very cold-blooded. Just rook d1. Just ending the game. Oy, oy, oy. All right. Brutal. Waka, waka, Okay, goes bishop c7. Isn't just check and rook d3? Wait, what? Check and rook d3 and queen d1? Yeah, okay. Just check rook d3, queen d1. Not difficult. Yeah, I mean, just check rook d3. I mean, it's not hard. There we go. Just making sure that I'm set up. Rook d3, king g4, queen d1. All right, you guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow, starting with Title Tuesday on on Twitch and X at about what's that? At 10:30 Eastern time, and then we're gonna come to kick afterwards. So hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna end as soon as the game ends, so I can get my recap out as quickly as possible. Of course, we've been live almost 10 hours, which is kind of wild. No, king g4, queen d1 is not. I mean. Or actually, king g4, there's queen d4 also, which is checkmate. But either way, it's game over. So very, very tough loss for Levy. He ruins what could have been a really good event. He had 3 draws. But, you know, he kind of gets punished in a way because he made that quick draw in the last game. and then he has to play a full game in this one, probably not completely expecting it, and he ends up losing the game. So very difficult loss for Levy. But that's gonna do it for right now. Actually, wait, let me refresh this. Let me refresh this game, and I will see you guys all tomorrow on I'll see all of you guys tomorrow on Twitch. I'm gonna of course go do my recap right now, and I'll see you guys see you guys soon. So hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Keep it real. I'll see you tomorrow on Twitch and then here on Kick. Have a good one. Bye.